That's you, isn't it? Holy shit, is that kung fu? Awesome, what kind of kung fu is that? Tai Chi? Baji? Whether that's me or not, how about you guys take a guess? It's getting harder to climb now, so I need to focus. I'll leave the talking to Su Qing. It's finally over. I have to really concentrate when I'm this high in rating, otherwise I'll fall quickly if I'm not careful, so tiring. That's you in the news. Yeah, it's me. I didn't teach you that move, it should have been his neck, right? Yes, speaking of which, it's still because of you. Me? Didn't you say that you can snap a person's neck off if you're lucky enough? At that time, I was so angry when I saw Housie getting stabbed that I used my full force to attack and couldn't stop myself. When I thought of this, I quickly used my other hand to slap him in the head with both hands instead. Kung Fu really isn't a good thing, its lethality is too great. You should be able to hold back your strength, right? I don't want to see you take someone's head off one day. I can with people like you, but I don't hold back when I'm dealing with masters. So don't worry. It's a good thing I'm not a master then. If I were to slap him like that, what would happen? His head would be like a watermelon, boom. Holy shit. You're so timid. This is not because I'm timid. Anyway, don't make those jokes anymore, it's not funny at all. I just wanted to scare you a little, I used to use a sword to cut off people's heads. Enough. The past is the past. You're now just a weak woman with no strength to even restrain a chicken. You've always kept yourself safe and never hurt anyone, understand? I get scared when you talk about that stuff with an indifferent tone. I understand. When she held her sword back then, it was really possible that she could have killed me with one slash. If it wasn't because Qin Hao was in danger, I may never have personally experienced how fragile life is, and the respect for life. I am not that Jiang He from the past anymore, I am now Jiang He, a modern person and your girlfriend. I was just trying to scare you a little. I won't hurt people casually, you don't have to be afraid that I will be arrested. You have to think of yourself as a modern person from the bottom of your heart. Has the warrioress learned a thing or two about acting coquettishly? Is this her natural talent? Incredible. She's already such a good fighter, and if she learns how to act coquettishly. She seems to be getting more skilled at this. This game only requires me to sit and wait for the opponent to play their hand. I just have to use the mouse to play my cards too, it's nothing difficult. Are you free right now? Do you want to cuddle while I play? Any other normal girl wouldn't have given such a suggestion, you should request for cuddles in a cute voice. He's saying stuff that I don't understand again. Even if I'm free, I'll be able to find something to do. Maybe I'll watch a movie. I'll have to admit though, the time spent with my laptop seems to be longer than the time I've spent cuddling with her. I'm able to use the laptop in any position though. Computers won't keep asking questions, and they won't crack their knuckles. The computer is always there for you. The previous fan-made MV was on the front page for a day and got quite popular. I don't have any inspiration for the next one though. The previous MV relied on having the theme of the video differ from the meaning of the lyrics, and yet they synced perfectly, which caused it to get popular. There's an area behind the cat's neck, where if you grab it, they won't be able to move. Just like the high-level bosses in martial art films, there is always a point of fatal weakness somewhere. Boss. Jiang He. Ah. You called. It's nothing much, I just suddenly felt that you and Winter Melon are really similar. When Winter Melon first came here, his hair stood on end, and he hid himself in the corner or under the bed. I was only able to lure him out with food, but once that was finished, he would continue to hide. Later on, as he felt safer, his true colors started to shine through and he became fat. He became more and more clingy, and just hung around all day at home. 2 cats. I can't beat her, and now she has learned how to act coquettish and dumb. It will be all over if she continues the trend and gets fat. Arg, what are you up to again? And why do I feel angry all of a sudden? It's nothing, it's just that although I have my girlfriend by my side all day, I don't get the chance to enjoy the AC together with her. Now that you know children aren't born from just purely sleeping together, why won't you take pity on me? Don't you know how warm it is in the summer? The electric fan only blows warm air at night. We can switch back then. Never mind, just take it as if I didn't say a thing. You're just trying to move in together and sleep with me. I'm not, it really is warm. Don't try using that trick on me. How could I use such a dumb method that tortures myself? You're looking down on me. In that case, I'll move to your room and the two of us can use the fan together. Okay. I'm just joking, girls are usually afraid of the heat, so how could I let you move in with me? How do you know that girls are usually afraid of the heat? I have no idea how to explain this to you, because I am just a dog. Pfft. It's the curse of knowledge. You're always making fun of me. Previously when you told me about Thanos, I went to look it up, and found out that Thanos fought with Iron Man, and Iron Man eventually died. It wasn't like what you said. Could it be that you've always been looking up everything that I've told you? Of course, I search for what I don't know. I also know that you've been hiding loads of other information from me. Jiang He is the same as before, she obviously knows about everything, and yet she keeps it a secret and watches me make a fool of myself. What a devilish girl you are. But the curse of knowledge certainly exists. Simply put, people can only construct thoughts based on what they know. When one encounters something out of their scope of knowledge, they will either just understand it, or they never will. Therefore, I didn't trick you. If it is really too hot for you, you can move your bed into my room. You can have the bigger bed back and I'll take the small bed. What's the difference between doing that and switching our rooms back then? You're the one who does not want to switch our rooms back. Sleeping in the same room on separate beds is definitely better than sharing a bed together, otherwise, he might trick me into having kids at any time. Even putting sleeping mats for summer on my bed doesn't help with the heat, and it leaves marks all over my body. I really can't let her bake in the heat while I'm enjoying the cool air, so this compromise sounds like the best solution for now. I'll help you move the bed over once I'm done with this match. Sure. Let me tell you, the victory condition of this deck is to shuffle the cards. If you're able to shuffle a large amount of these useless rat cards into his deck, the cards that he has will increase. And you will be able to win, these legs are the best. I won. Let's go for another round. It's time to move the bed. Ah. I nearly forgot. Putting 2 beds in the room would make the room very cramped, and we're going to be sleeping in the same room anyway, moving the bed in on purpose seems a little pretentious. It seems like there isn't much of a difference between moving the beds together and sleeping on the same bed. Well, it's possible, for us to place the sword in the middle of the bed, and we can each take up half of the bed to sleep on. That would be the best. Since we're already wearing pajamas, that's right. You can't beat me in a fight anyway, I'll kick you off the bed if you make any moves on me, yes. Then, it's happily decided. You can continue with the game, I'll take a shower first. I'll pack and move my things over. Once I'm done. When are you planning to go to bed? I'll play for a little while longer. In that case, I will continue to watch some videos then. I didn't expect to be this successful. I originally thought that I would have to fight for a spot on the floor first before slowly making my way up. Shit. I can't focus at all. Ahem, it's already 11, isn't it time for bed? I'll shower first. Why is she not out yet? Did she faint in the bathroom? Why aren't you sleeping yet? I'm waiting for you. Why are you waiting for me? We're not planning on doing anything. This guy is pushing his luck. I wanted to wait for him to fall asleep before burrowing in bed. Yes, we're not doing anything, let's hurry up and go to sleep. It's already late, we're obviously not going to do anything, so why the hell am I so nervous? Why isn't the sword in the middle? I'm fine with this amount of space, and I'm also afraid that you will not be able to sleep comfortably. It's almost 12, are you still planning to just stand there? How did I become this impulsive? I just casually agreed to sleep on the same bed as him. How would second miss view me now? What about the townsfolk? Mother-in-law, Tui, what about Su Qing's parents? We're not married yet. Huh. I'm not afraid of the warm weather. I think it's better for me to sleep in the other room after all. I don't need the AC anymore, you can have your bed back. The plan to get my wife to open up has not yet succeeded, I'll have to try harder next time. I am really not afraid of the heat. Should we sleep here together then? I knew it. In any case, allowed to sleep in the other room, I won't budge on this. By the way, didn't you say that we should save on electricity? And that we can't waste electricity? Even though we're cuddling and kissing all day long, we're still. All right. Good night. Return the blanket to me. Here. Off the bed if you dare to touch me. I'll then move back to the storage room. This is your original room after all. No, the storage room is actually my room, I'm just here to enjoy the AC, and I don't have any other intentions. I swear. Do you think that I'll believe your nonsense? We unknowingly ended up sleeping on the same bed, I was tricked somehow. I knew it, you were up to no good ever since we switched rooms at the beginning. This was all a ruse. If he didn't use a nonsensical excuse to get us to switch rooms, I would have kicked him out if he tried to linger on the storage room bed, and I would have never agreed to move in with him. Now that we've switched our rooms, when he tries to move in with that thick skin of his, I can't even move back to the storage room, or he'll be an annoyance. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. I have to think of a way to give him a good beating. Second miss, I've brought my benefactor to the bed with me. I promise to keep my conscience clear. We're not even doing anything, and we have nothing to hide. We are just a little closer now, and we're not even touching. As a couple, we're as pure as white sheets, okay? At the beginning, at the start, we. You don't have to say anymore, I'm just purely huddling over here, just as I should, you can move over a little, or you'll accidentally fall off the bed in the middle of the night. I don't want to. Even though we're just purely sleeping together now, you'll surely take advantage of it in the coming days and want to touch me sooner or later. You've said it yourself, it'll happen sooner or later, so why does it matter if it happens sooner? Stretch your hand out. Here you go. We're gonna touch sooner or later, so here's a preemptive strike. Since you've already touched me, does that mean I can touch you now? I'll kick you off if you do. I suffered for nothing. Why aren't you asleep yet? That's the 6th time you've flipped over. I can't fall asleep. The smell, since we've both used the same shampoo to wash our hair. Can you stretch your hand over here? What for? Touching your hands is not a big deal, is it? You're only allowed to touch my hand. Her hand is really soft and it smells great. Why does it smell like my hand lotion? Did you secretly use it? I didn't. That smell is unmistakable. Did you not buy your hand cream? I did, and I'm using it. You're not being honest, I'm using my hand cream. I'm tired. Good night. Does this guy have a dog's sense of smell? Humph, I'll talk to you about this tomorrow. Getting your wish granted feels great, even if we're not having any physical contact. Watching her sleep from over here makes me feel comfy as well. Warrioress. It's morning already. Looks like the warrioress is already up. Awake? You're not training today. You even left this behind. Not today. Alright. It's the warrioress hand cream. There's still quite a bit left, did she not bear to use it? This is literally just my hand lotion. Care to explain why your hand cream has turned into the hand lotion that I'm using? I have no idea what you are talking about. No idea. Didn't you say that you bought a new tube? Are you sure this isn't just my hand lotion? This is a new flavor, it just smells like yours. Spending a couple of dollars to buy the cheap hand lotion I'm using and then squeezing it into this tube, isn't this just my hand lotion then? How do you know? Do you think I'm dumb? I'll buy your hand cream for you next time, lest you decide to try this again. Doing stuff like this just to save some money. But, it's expensive. It can last you for a few months, it's cheap when you think of it that way. Let's have breakfast first, I'll tidy up the room after breakfast and you can go study. So we're just staying in the same room now? Yup. If you ever do me wrong someday, I'll really stab you to death with one thrust of a sword. Ah, so everything that you have said before was a lie. Whatever the case, this is non-negotiable. I know, I'm way past the point of no return. Though. Just moving in like this suddenly might put me in some embarrassing situations. I have absolutely no experience in this. Working on a question. Holding a meter-long ruler, you may have it with each passing day, and yet it never disappears. How does that even work? Every time you have the ruler, the next half that you take becomes smaller and smaller, so you will never be able to reduce the ruler to nothing. It may be hard to imagine this in real life, but from a purely mathematical point of view, that's just what happens. After having it tens of times, it may not be visible to the human eye anymore, but if you were to only take half each time, there will always be half left behind. It becomes infinitely close to zero but never reaches it, and it is still able to become smaller and smaller each time. Theory and day-to-day life are two separate things. In day-to-day life, it is hard to find a practical use for it, but it is unquestionably correct in theory. It looks like she's starting to show some interest in her studies. Then, can I play games now? Alright, I officially take back my words. Housie has been hospitalized for half a month now, it's finally time to get him discharged and take him home to continue healing his injuries. He's here. Congratulations on getting discharged, hero. What's with all of this? Receiving flowers as a grown man. Sigh, I sent a girl home, and she didn't want it, so I brought it over to give it to you instead. Stick it in a vase and it can still last for one more week. This is my love for my bro, treat it well. Piss off. Don't move, I'm trying to take a picture. Fuck you. Ah. There's something I forgot to mention. The three of us are in the newspaper. What the hell? Why didn't anyone tell me? I didn't expect that one day I would be in the newspaper. Oh yeah, I remember you two saying that you'll see me on the news sooner or later, didn't it come true? Shoo, we were just saying that back then. I'll be taking this newspaper to frame and hang it in my dad's office for him to look at every day. Am I on there? All you did was scream that day, alright? Just pay attention to the road and keep on driving. TSK, I was just calling for help. What if the two of you couldn't stop him? I was just being safe. Besides, I'm so weak, it would have been game over if I went over as well. To be honest, I didn't register what had actually happened, and those two guys already made their move, then Housie started clutching his stomach and bleeding. It looked like he was going to die. Housie, I gotta say, you're really playing with your life. Why don't you change jobs and do logistics or something? Change my ass, I still want to become a detective. Damn, I really can't understand how a muscular guy like you thinks. Could it be that your head is full of muscles? Let's do an interview, Honorable Comrade Chin Hao, how do you feel after being hospitalized for half a month? Great. Drive safer. Touch my stomach. Heh, weren't you feeling great? This is called pain and happiness. It's not like you two don't know, I'm always thinking about encountering something and then yelling, don't move. Police. Although I don't have a gun, it's still satisfying. Needless to say, when I saw that girl coming to thank me, I felt a sense of accomplishment in my heart. If it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for us walking by, not to mention her money getting stolen, she could have also suffered some injuries. Ahem. Yeah, if it wasn't for me, you would have died for your bravery. Go to hell with your complacency. Heh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had that chance to show off. Waiting at a red light. That's true, if it wasn't for this guy wanting to go to an internet cafe, we would have went back to our respective homes and nothing would have happened. See that, the two of you are a jinx together and will get into trouble. It has nothing to do with me, you can call him next time you go out for a walk. It seems that as long as the three of us are together, we will be fine. I originally thought that my jinxing mouth would work well with Qingzi, but now it turns out that Wang Zijin is the bad omen. Tui, don't say stuff like that, I'm driving. You don't want to go back to the hospital with the three of us in the same room, do you? This is called a reverse jinx, it's for your safety. You can shut up now. I'm back. Sweep away all the bad luck before entering the door. Holy shit. These people got nothing better to do, and now they are preparing for war. Once I'm finished, you can wear this on duty. Let's see who can hurt you now. I'm about to finish too, let's see who finishes it first. Humph, I won't lose. I'm a little sleepy, so I'm going to my room to rest, you guys can do whatever. I didn't sleep well last night. Alright, we'll be taking our leave, you can rest. You can leave first, Wangzi. I'll take this chance to see my parents. Oh, sure. It's just you. Where's Jiang-He? It's just me, I came to visit since it was along the way. Where's Dad? He's writing something in his office. Dad! What are you doing here? Smiling like a mouse, he's definitely up to no good. Look at this. What is this? I'm back. Legend has it that an experienced fisherman would do anything to ensure that they wouldn't return empty-handed. Where did that come from? I bought it. I'll be home earlier next time to make dinner. What is that smell? I forgot to tell you about it, I left something delicious for you. This is durian, it's just like stinky tofu. It smells terrible but tastes great. I don't want to eat that. Dad, about the house, out of the question. Although I didn't manage to secure this house on the trip home, I did get my hands on some of the durian that my old man had. What a pity, I wanted to let the warrioress try it. Where did you buy this goose from? Are you sure you didn't secretly catch it from somewhere? An old lady was selling it at the market, and I felt a little pity that no one was buying it off her, so I brought it home. What about the fish that you caught? I was fishing together with Ping Ping but she didn't snag any fish, so I gave all of mine to her. Ping Ping. So generous. It wasn't enough for the two of us anyway, so I might as well. Actually, if the warrioress did indeed catch this goose from somewhere, she would have excitedly shown it off to me the moment she entered the house and said that it was her trophy from hunting in the wild. You're amazing, it's your first time cooking this, and it already smells so good. The basics of cooking anything are all the same, you just have to control the fire and use the appropriate seasoning. How's the taste? Awesome. Even if I were to one day turn into a fatty from being fed by the warrioress, being able to eat delicious food like this would still be worth it. You like feet, don't you? You can have this. I'll let Winter Melon try a piece too. Occasionally feeding him stuff like that is okay. WeChat Ping Ping, image, WeChat Ping Ping, I made this 6:45. Ah, a message from Ping Ping. She was calling her Gong Ping before, but now she's calling her Ping Ping. What did she send? It looks like she battered it in flour and fried it, just like how we ate it before. Wait. What's the deal with Ching Ching? I bet that witch taught her this. That's you. Of course I know it's me, don't you think it's like a girl? You're like a girl. I'm talking about the name. Pass me your phone. Done, let's go with this. Husband he's my husband just like that. Forget it, it feels weird to get a husband just like that via WeChat. Give me your phone, I'll change it again. The battery is dead, there's no way to change it anymore. As long as you're happy with it. A girl was being robbed, while he was committing the crime, luckily, a brave crowd. My ancestor for many generations beyond my grandfather was Su Zhu. To practice martial arts, you have to first strengthen your core, summon the strength from your legs, and spread it throughout your shoulders, arms, and wrists. Regardless of the martial art you're practicing, the root of it all is the same. What are you watching? It is not a mythical technique. It is just the tiger fist. You must align your body. You're too weak. She doesn't dare to go against me. This is the family hierarchy. Wife, give me a kiss and scram. What the? It shows me practicing martial arts, and it makes me look like an experienced practitioner. Yet it ends with her saying expressionlessly that I'm too weak. And this scene was edited. How did it get on the front page? It's the first thing I saw when I entered the website. It made you seem like you're strong when you're outside, but weak when you're back home. It isn't seem like, it's the truth. It's all over, my reputation is totally in the gutter. The number of views has jumped by so much. Going a little viral. Who? The views on my chainmail video have also increased a lot. Well, it's me, I'm going a little viral. Making armor by hand, courageous enthusiastic citizen. I guess you'll never know when you'll get your lucky break, or in what form it'll take shape. It's a thin thing, is it not? I guess so, for now, it is. I'm a skillful martial artist that catches robbers outside, but I'm a punching bag when I'm at home. The settings for my character profile are nuts. This is like making a deal with the devil, though I do intend to follow that route. But, the thing I'm afraid of is here. What's with this tiger fist thing? It's just a joke, wasn't I learning some martial arts? I told you about it earlier today, if not for it, I would have been in the hospital with Housie that day. What about the both of you then? Aren't you making videos, and she's doing that infocom thingy? Don't give me that nonsense, what are you guys up to? We're just bored sometimes, so we play games while at home, and then, well, you know. In any case, it's just playing some games, practicing some martial arts, making some chainmail armor, and earning some cash on the side. The video is fake, and it takes things out of context. How is it possible that I'm getting bullied? Who cares if you're getting bullied, is that what I asked? Let me explain, Dad. I might be getting popular soon. When I'm pulling in the big bucks, you'll be the father of a rich son, don't give me that. You guys are doing that live streaming thing? Yup, we are. And you're still denying it, you said what? We're live streaming martial arts training and chainmail making process. He hung up. The old man probably hadn't thought this far ahead and hastily made the call when he saw the video. He probably wanted to lecture me a ton, but I admitted to it too quickly, and now he has no idea what to say. I think that's it. He's in such a hurry, and that's how he ended up failing. Are your parents unhappy with this? Watching your own son getting called weak by his girlfriend, there's no way that they would be happy about it. I guess. Is there any way to ask the person to take down the video? There is no need, it's more troublesome that way. Then, your parents. It's our parents. The video has already been uploaded, and we should take advantage of it as much as possible, wouldn't we lose out otherwise? Take advantage of it. I want to direct some traffic from your stream to my videos, and I'll make a video on the hottest series in town. We can then watch the OG fans and the bandwagoners fight, and it'll make my video even more popular. The old man might be watching as well. Hello everyone, I have almost finished weaving this basket, and it will be done by today. I saw that weird video on the front page today. I was too careless. Who was the one who ambushed me like that? Please step forward and say something. It's an invaluable recording of how humanity first subdued the comrade practicing tiger fist. Was it you? Wasn't this the guy who kept leaving and joining during the first live stream? Nope, how could it be me? That's right, I am from the nth generation of tiger fist practitioners, and I train throughout the year, rain or shine. I don't have to boast or anything since you can tell how powerful it is from the video. Can any of you practice the stance for an hour? I doubt it. It has only been 10 minutes, and we have almost as many viewers as compared to the middle of yesterday's stream, maybe even a little more. The helpful citizen who took down a robber is streaming himself making chainmail armor and practicing martial arts. That's bound to attract some attention. The background character got popular in the end. If you're curious about this chainmail armor over here, I have a full tutorial on how to make it on my channel, Deadbeat Master Cheen. You can wear it when you're bored or use it to decorate your house. As for why exactly I started making this, it's because I've been interested in martial arts since young and most of my videos are also related to that. Sweet Potato Strips X3. It's starting. That is it. This is the tiger fist that took down the man with a single smack. What nonsense. Our hometown is nowhere near Soo Choo's. Where on earth did this rascal learn that stuff from? Little Housey, do you know what martial arts Chingzi is practicing? Inhales asterisk. I know. Tiger fist, and it looks authentic. Uncle, are you guys the descendants of Soo Choo? Maybe you can help me check my family tree too. My ancestor might be Qin Jing. Qin Jing. Yeah, I feel like it's totally possible, considering that, kids these days. Is that really okay? Streaming you practicing martial arts? I've looked it up. It shouldn't be a problem as long as I don't hurt anybody. My level isn't as high as yours to be able to break a tree in half. Any professionally trained martial artist will be stronger than me. It's just to strengthen my body. It looks like there were really many people watching us. We've gained a bunch of higher tier subs. This teen yogurt beauty has done a great job with the chat moderation. This guy would usually be caressing my leg while we're playing games or watching videos. But now that he's busy with the computer all day, it makes me feel guilty that I've been playing games. Seeing you work non-stop today, I feel a little awkward playing games all day long. I understand, it's just like when someone has been studying non-stop in the school dormitory, others will feel ashamed. Is that why you're trying to seduce me into playing with you? What seduction, you make it sound so awful. Well, do this then. Math workbook. Ignore, pick up. You can do this as well while we're sleeping at night, you know. Why won't you let me get close when we're on the bed? It's just not allowed. Isn't this the same? We can cuddle and kiss on the couch, but we can't do it on the bed. Where's the logic in that? Where's the logic in that? Even though it's the same action, the change in location makes it feel different. We will just stop hugging while we're on the sofa, but on the bed. It's endearing while it's on the sofa, but it's obscene while it's on the bed. Ah, it's not easy to fool her anymore. Doing other stuff would be obscene, but just purely hugging isn't obscene at all. Living this way is already great. One should be grateful for what they have. Initially, I had to rack my brains to think of a reason to be touching her, but now she has come over on her own accord. I have to be grateful. Holding my legs like that, won't you? This is a totally normal reaction, I'm not a pervert. What happened in the past was different, and I occasionally resolve it in moderation. I'm working right now, so can you please don't move unnecessarily? Why did you stop playing games? Didn't I just tell you? Playing games while you're so serious at work makes me feel like a trashy deadbeat. Why don't you do your work in the bedroom? That way, I won't see you in serious mode, and I won't feel pressured to not play games. You should give up. I'm choosing to be here so that you'll feel guilty and study well. Being more intelligent will make life easier. If you don't put in the effort to study and just play games, you'll become addicted to the internet. And you'll be trapped in the virtual world all day. Games will start to lose their meaning no matter which game you switch to, and you'll end up on some social game. You'll hang out with other internet addicts, start dating someone, and you'll eventually be running away with that person. Even though you're not super smart, I don't think you'll be dumb enough to do that, so, you'll be addicted to the internet and play games all day. Then, you'll end up not knowing anything else, and will become a foolish lady who can only play games and nothing else. All you'll be able to do is cook food, do the laundry, and bear children for me at home, and then go back to your games. I'm already earning money from it, it's not just purely playing games. Money that comes by luck will eventually be gone with incompetence, and you'll be unable to earn money from other things. Do you really think that the money has truly been earned? Then I'll just be the fool who can only cook food, do laundry, bear children, and play games. This kid readily admitted to it before I had even thought of how to lecture him. How absurd. Su Qing happily twisted the logic and spoke nonsense. Was he always this bold? What are you still looking at on your phone? Nothing much. Why did Qingzi come over today? Just to brag to you about him being on the news? He wants ownership of the old house, and said that he would get married immediately if I gave it to him. That's great. Just give it to him then. I want to have a grandchild too. You're kidding, is he even the right age to become a dad? He's almost at the right age. When I had Qingzi, your age wasn't far off from his. Is that even the same? What's different? Hold on. Look. Parents at 25 years old, muscular, raised 1 to 2 kids full of energy, country needs me, wakes up at 5 a.m., young people today, I'm dying, I feel trapped, why is it so tiring, I don't want to move. Where did you find this? It's funny. To our friendship, cheers. Heh, you're only capable of using these stickers meant for middle-aged people. Youngsters these days only know how to play, though, they do come up with some funny stuff. What did this kid just upload to his channel? I hope that in the face of the cold iron blade, you'll be able to see the light. I'm not one to insult others, but, she has turned into a ghost with the editing you've done. Look at how white her face is, and compare it to the others around her, it looks off. The important point is that you've labeled it as martial arts. There's no way this isn't an insult. My dad whipping me with his leather belt has more martial arts in it than what's shown. Was I that ruthless with a belt before? I don't remember. All I can remember is that he cried pretty badly after. I see. My dad whipping me with his leather belt has more martial arts in it than this picture. Why did your dad whip you with a leather belt? Well, there were many reasons, like scaring Housie shitless with firecrackers, or roasting the fish from the fish tank over a fire. The video has only been out for 3 hours, and we've already gotten over 70,000 views and gained a few thousand subscribers. This must be the cheat code to becoming wealthy, I'm so overwhelmed by this. Alright, it's late, we should head to bed. Actually, I feel like there's no need to put the sword here. When you toss and turn through the night, you might even bump into it. Tada! This way, regardless of how much we move around, we won't bump into each other. Isn't this better? This works too, I guess. Nice, you've successfully taken the first step. I've set my plans in motion for when it's winter. I shall not be greedy and be content with what I have. Patience is the key to success. Thinking about it, do you like to sleep in the dark? We can turn a small night light on, if you want. It's so that it doesn't become too dark at night, and it makes it more convenient to get out of the bed or do other stuff. Do what other stuff? What do you plan to do? Having a night light is very common, I'm just asking if you want to turn one on. People normally sleep with one on, and I usually do it too. Liar, I've never seen you use one. I used to use one before you came here. How do you know whether I've used one before? I guessed. This is the curse of knowledge, I have no idea how to explain it to you. I'm tired. Let's sleep. I seem to remember that one time when I groggily touched something in my sleep. In any case, it wasn't me. Looks like it was her. What were you planning to do sneaking into my room like that in the middle of the night? I didn't touch you, nor did I enter your room. That's unfair, I had to let you know in advance before even entering your room, and yet, you've sneaked into my room in the middle of the night and done unspeakable stuff to me. I didn't. I just went in to see if you were feeling warm. Why aren't you saying anything? Didn't you say that we should sleep? Let's sleep then. Sneaking into a man's room in the middle of the night, and even getting myself exposed for it, Jiang-He, you are really too careless. Actually, I had this all planned since winter. The plan to switch rooms with you. Since it's so hot in the summer, you wouldn't have agreed to move from the storage room, so I preemptively switched rooms with you. That way, you'd definitely agree to let me move in around this time. Oh. I've already guessed that. Want to hold hands? No, I'm going to sleep. We're sleeping together just like that. If Su Qing were to pounce on me in the middle of the night, how should I beat him up? Should I let him wear his chainmail first? Strong. Or should I just let him? I doubt he even has the courage to try it anyways. Someone like him wouldn't dare to pounce on me. Even if he does, I would be able to turn it around and hold him down. Why isn't he reacting? Let me try it one more time. Are you trying to seduce me? Who on earth would do that? Forget it, I should sleep. What is your hand doing? Watch it, or I will kick you off the bed. You're allowed to touch me, but I'm not allowed to touch you. The people in rule may do whatever they want, but the commoners have no degree of freedom. It was just an accidental touch. If you say so. Why don't you give me your other hand to hold as well? What are you trying to do? Otherwise I can't fall asleep. I don't believe it, you've always been able to fall asleep when you're sleeping alone. That's because I could hug your slippers to sleep. Why did you think I had it on my bedside? Pervert. Pervert, you're right. As long as it doesn't end up with me pregnant, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Liking my hands is way better than liking my shoes after all. What are you looking at? Nothing. How long have you been sitting here? It's already o'clock a little while. Did you have that kind of dream last night? This is called being young. Can you please leave first? I need to change my clothes. Curious baby with this curious baby by my side, who knows if she will do anything weird. Wait, where did you change your clothes? She changed out of her pajamas. I seem to have missed witnessing something great. What does it have to do with you? Seems like sleeping together with the warrioress wasn't that awkward after all, as to how the warrioress will observe me after I've fallen asleep. I'll just pretend that I don't know. One of these days, I shall wake up earlier to see what happens. If I were to earn more than you, would you become the fool who will do the laundry, make our meals, raise our children, and play computer games? Sure, shall we have a kid? I don't want to. Then forget about it, you're having trouble studying, and yet you want me to be the foolish whatever man, that's not happening. The movie critique that I uploaded yesterday got more than 200,000 views overnight. It looks like there's still room for it to grow. Getting 1,000 views will net me about 3 yuan, and this would also bring traffic to my other videos, together with the increase in subscribers. Spring is coming. I've been here for a year, and I haven't been transported back to my time. It looks like I won't be going back after all. Such an event would only happen once or twice in thousands of years, and the probability of it happening again is close to zero. I'll just bring the corn kernels from now on, just in case. I'm heading out now. Fishing again. Should I accompany you? I only have 2 fishing rods, so I guess I'd have to let Ping Ping buy her own. Forget it then, I'll just do work at home. Fishing would be great if it's just the 2 of us, it would be meaningless to have a third party around. Chewy, I'm off. What else? Are we walking there again? I'm tired, let's rent bikes instead. Su Qing isn't a fan of me riding this, he's afraid that I would go too fast on a bicycle and cause an accident. I'll have to rein in my strength while riding it. Won't your skirt be blown up while riding the bike? I'll just tuck it and sit on it. Beep. Yeah, 10000000000. You really listen to Su Qing that much? Yeah, it's bad when I don't follow what he says. Take it easy, though, the feeling of the wind in my face is really nice and cool. It's bad. Does he hit you? Nope, he doesn't. How would that be possible? Isn't he trained in martial arts? You should be more careful, he wouldn't ever hit me. So, when you say that it's bad when you don't listen to him. Oh, I get it now. What? What do you mean? Nothing. What do you want to drink? This machine tends to get stuck a lot, we've gotten a few stuck in it last time. Surely our luck won't be that bad. There's still one inside. Watch me knock it down and hit the jackpot. I think you should call them and ask for a refund. Did the owner of this machine purposefully place it here to swindle others? But I'm really thirsty. If your Su Qing was here, he probably would be able to knock it down, right? He probably could. I would definitely be able to do it in one kick. Should I give it a go? I'm not with Su Qing right now, so I can't just do that. My cola. Let me order another one. If it doesn't knock the other one down, then I'll get a refund. You're still trying. I'll give you this can first. I brought water, so I can just drink that. Alright, I'll call them to get a refund. We can enjoy the shade while I do this. HM. Do you see that dent? Someone probably tried to hit the machine to unstuck it. Would you believe it if I said that it was Su Qing who did it? Just a punch, bang. And the drinks just fell down. That's strong. Wouldn't you just fly if he were to punch you? That could definitely happen. Although the one flying would be Su Qing. Damn, then the person in the news who got clapped is now a dummy. People who practice martial arts really like their violence. Ah, yeah. It looks like you guys are going viral. There were a lot of viewers in the last stream. I have a feeling that there's going to be even more tonight. Hopefully they're all there to watch Su Qing practice martial arts. Here. Dried sweet potato. Thank you. Sometimes I really feel like Jiang He is like Doraemon, taking out weird things from out of nowhere. Last time she even took out a potato from her bag, can you believe it? Some people who look gentle and quiet and fish while wearing a cap are actually Doraemon. When I saw you not talking during the streams, I thought you were antisocial. Only after getting to know you did I find out that you're fun to hang out with. You're focused on playing video games while he does random stuff on the side. It's not the other way around in reality, right? Where you're taking out strange things, and he's just quiet and doing his own thing. Pretty much. Really? Physical fitness. Then he hugs his computer to watch videos and look at the stock market. He's like a robot, he practices martial arts every morning, watches in 8x speed when he's not looking at the stock market, he's making chainmail, and then he'll watch the news at 7. When I started streaming, he started practicing martial arts at night instead. He said that he can maximize his time usage this way. He can practice martial arts while accompanying me at the same time. Wow, what a time management master. What's he making time for? He doesn't play video games. Rarely, he usually just watches me play. Then he uses the spare time to edit videos. He doesn't get bored, eats when he needs to eat, and washes the dishes after eating. A very gentle person. Gentle, practicing martial arts every day and making a dent on a machine to get drinks unstuck, how gentle. Why can't I catch one? Ah. I got it, I need to seduce them. Come here you perverted fishies. Luckily there's no one around right now. Got one. The perverted fish is hooked. A man suddenly goes to bed early, gets up early, starts to take care of his body, lives a regular life. Takes time to read and study, walks with his head held high. What do you say happened? It means that I drank too much chicken soup. I'll be fine after 2 days. You came here today to handle the transfer procedures for me. Handle your head, I'm here to see what you're up to. What a mess. It's not at all, the bookshelf is still pretty good. It's just a big pile of books that haven't been read, not good at all. Where's your you-know-who? She went fishing. Why didn't you go with her? She has her own friends, why do I have to follow her? We're not conjoined twins. One book for each subject, and it's all for 5th graders. Well, since we can't hide it anymore, I'll come clean with you. Actually, the two of us secretly had a child early on, and we didn't dare to tell you. The kid is now in 5th grade. TH grade, right? Secretly, right? Can't hide it, right? You had a child while you were in primary school. Spouting nonsense the first thing in the morning. Ouch. Stop, stop. Didn't I say from the start, she lost her parents at a young age, and it was not easy for her growing up. She didn't receive much education, so I'm giving her extra lessons. While she was in the mountains. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The place where she's from, people will literally fight over half a biscuit. How is that possible? There's no orphanages around. It's true that the lady seems introverted and doesn't talk much, but her history sounds ridiculous. We're no longer in the 70s or 80s. Anything can happen under the sun. The world is so vast. Look at this workbook. There's no way this handwriting is fake, isn't it? It does look like that. The whole using integrated circuits and microprocessors for online services through the modem and performing high-speed information exchange and whatnot, that's just her playing video games. She didn't even know how to play games at the beginning. It seemed like she was quite talented in it, so I taught her how to earn money from playing games. She plays games all day. There's no way I'm letting her go back to work in a factory, not happening. I'm letting her make a living through playing games first, and I'm giving her lessons in between when I'm free. We've been at it for a while now. Even though she's gaming to make a living, the main focus is still on learning. Besides that, she's learning how to open an online shop and whatnot. She's learning plenty of things and she's pretty motivated. She just wasn't in the right conditions to learn before. I can't find any holes in his story. Why did you find such a girlfriend? What do you mean by, such a girlfriend? She doesn't have a registered identity, and was taken care of by an old lady who was a scavenger. After the old lady froze to death, she followed other kids and came to Jiangchen, before getting work in an illegitimate sweatshop. And then? That's all. You can keep going. That's really the end. Break up then. No. The two of us are already sleeping together. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Dad, I'm free to love anybody, and she's also not some indecent lady. Are you expecting me to report to you when I get a girlfriend? She didn't choose to be born like that. Who doesn't want to have a loving family? So you brought her home out of kindness. What do you mean out of kindness? Jiang He is such a good catch, she can cook and is wise. She's such an all-round person. I'm the lucky one, not her. What are you going to do about her ID? Do you have any friends or colleagues who are able to help? If not, I'll come up with a solution myself. I knew this rascal was up to no good. If it looks like he has turned into an honest person, it's likely because he is keeping something even worse from me. Settling my wife's problems on my own, isn't that normal? If you've been tricked, who's capable of doing that? It's a miracle if I'm not the one doing the tricking. While there's logic to his words, why does he make others want to punch him? Dad. Isn't it good to accept her as your daughter-in-law? Don't make it so that I'll have to elope with her. When we come back with a chubby grandson one day, you'll have no choice but to accept it anyways. This rascal would do something like that. Letting him clearly know what would happen and the consequences of it, I know how he would react, and he knows how I would react. All that's left is for him to choose how it plays out. Unless we're really severing our ties over this, he would have no other option but to accept this, but I know that he wouldn't sever our ties, so he's only left with accepting it. Weighing the pros and the cons, this is such a devious plot. At most, I'll just be on the receiving end of his angry belt. If she doesn't have an ID, how does she usually? She uses my accounts, the money that she earns is safely kept with me. Don't just refer to Jiang He as her and she all day, just call her by her name. Forget it, I don't care anymore. You're painting the situation in a good light right now, but if you were to ever break up with her, I'll give you a good beating. That's not happening. Forget it, I'm leaving. Looking at you makes my blood boil. Hello, uncle. Hello to you too. That's pretty impressive. Dad, why don't you stay for a meal before going home? I'm fine, you should go ahead and make your meal. Ah, goodbye, uncle. Did uncle come over for something? It was nothing much, he just wanted to ask when we are getting married. If I had known he was coming, I would have had you shout, Dad. You came over, to see his reaction. It would have been great to witness such a scene. What did you say then? Me? I told him soon, we're not too different from a married couple right now. After all, we eat and live together, the only difference is a certificate. That's what you told him? Nope, I left out the second part. Uncle's impression of us should have been how Su Qing described it last year, with me living in the storage room and him sleeping in the master bedroom, and suddenly we're sleeping on the same bed. I'll prepare the fish. Ping Ping was so good at fishing, in what way? She was wearing a dress and wasn't getting any fish at the beginning, so she decided to face the river and lifted the corners of her skirt, while saying that she was trying to seduce them, and immediately a fish took the bait. Such a method exists. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm shocked too. You must not learn it, okay? I'm not gonna learn it. I don't even wear dresses. Didn't I get a dress for you previously? Perhaps you can put it on and try to seduce me. Do I even need to seduce you? This guy is always trying to squeeze into my side of the bed, I can barely protect myself from that. Was Jiang He living as a vagrant before? It doesn't seem right, she might have run away from home, or perhaps sold her ID for some other reason, then came up with a story to deceive Su Qing. No, I don't think so, that kid has a smart brain on his shoulders, I'd rather believe that he lured a lonely, introverted girl into his home for nefarious reasons than believe he got deceived. What a beast. Old Su. Why did you come over? I came over to ask Housie a couple of questions. If that kid wasn't a splitting image of myself, I would have suspected that we brought home the wrong baby from the hospital that day. Why is he making this nonsense too? Uncle Qin, why are you looking for me? You know about Qingzi's girlfriend, don't you? How much do you know? Tell me all about it. I do know but only a little. Hurry up and tell me, and be honest. It's like. For example, he abducted a naive girl off the streets and brought her home to do whatever he wants. WTF. Is he such a beast? Wait, it doesn't seem like that. Quick, spill the beans. Well, that girlfriend of his is a little airhead, and she doesn't really like to talk. And she doesn't have an ID. At the beginning, he said that she was his cousin, then he said that they met outside, he said that she was living as a vagrant and was forced to work in a sweatshop, and then they met and stuff happened, it's just like what he said. Actually, I've only met her a few times, and I felt that the way she speaks was a little odd. According to Su Qing, she had a rough childhood, so it's normal for her to be a little introverted. The issue with her ID is a little troublesome though, it would have been easier to deal with if she was a runaway instead, just like Su Qing said, they might have to make a joint ID, which will work but will be more troublesome. In theory anyway, since I've never processed one before in reality. I guess I can be a little more relieved. Uncle, are you worried that he picked up some shady girl? Keep your paws away. I did urge him to quickly settle the ID situation for that lady, but he said that there's a possibility that they might break up one day, so he's not going through all that trouble yet. I don't know what he's thinking. By the way, how's your recovery? It's okay, the wounds are healing quickly, and I wasn't that injured to begin with, it was just a little bleeding. You should take your time to recuperate then, good job on the robber. Your act of courage even got my son in the newspapers. It's all part of my duty, and Su Qing played an important role too. If not for him, I would have been left there. That takes a lot of work, doesn't it? Of course. I have to twist these rings apart to link them together one by one, and it's so troublesome. Let me try it on after you're done. Shoo, go find Su Qing for he's almost done. You're still so stingy. You're able to wear your son's chainmail, yet you're here to wear mine instead. Are you ill or something? Humph, I'm leaving, I still have things to do. This guy. Nothing, just got caught up in some stuff. Why were you so late? What were you doing at Qingzi's? I think she's pretty good, what's wrong? Do you feel that she's introverted? Yeah, she didn't like to talk much before, but she's much better now. I talked a lot with her last time when she came over, I think she's just not good with strangers. Didn't Qingzi say a long time ago that Jiang he had a rough life and doesn't have a lot of friends, and how she's a little something something, she just needs time. If Jiang he is trying to trick people and cheat money, she wouldn't make up such a bad lie. Primary school workbook, Su Qing is poor and has nothing, even the house is ours. If they want to get married, they won't get past the household registration part and everything will be exposed by then. And as long as Su Qing isn't stupid, he won't be easily fooled, it's deserved if you get tricked by an illiterate person. If Su Qing was the one who tricked her, it wouldn't have been necessary to teach her how to read and write. Is it really like what Su Qing said, falling in love with a person, that came from the mountains and ended up working in a factory? And they want to get married? I keep feeling that something isn't right, I've overlooked something. July, under the supervision of Su Qing, Jiang he completed the 5th and 6th grade of Happy Learning. Where's the armor? Let me try it on. Quick. Awesome. Although people are free to have their own fetishes, I still recommend you to go see a doctor. Have you considered making a helmet? No, it's uncomfortable to wear and it will mess up your hair. Help me put it on. It weighs around 18 kilograms. If I was wearing this that day, I would have punched that guy who stabbed me to death. Enough, take it off, you've already got the experience. Come on, take some pictures. If the old man wasn't working on another set, I wouldn't be able to resist making one too. This feels awesome. Haven't you been practicing that tiger fist? How about we duel? Take it off and let me wear it, and then we can duel. He keeps talking about a peaceful society, but now they're more violent than anyone else, and even the armor is out. He's just like a kid. He was so excited the day he finished it, showing it off to me. TCH. Let's test its defensive property then. How about you go get a kitchen knife? Ah. This is good. Here, use this to attack a few times. You do it. This guy has been practicing his swordsmanship, and his swings make noises. Sister-in-law, try giving me a stab. Me. Let me do it instead. If Jiang He were to really make a move, I'm afraid it won't be as simple as going back to the hospital. In her eyes, Housy's stomach wound is nothing, wrap it with some cloth and you're good to go. The warrioress and I have completely different views on what an injury is. I've learned my lesson. It's fine, don't worry, I will hold back. Take this. Shit, wait. It feels like being hit with a stick. Why did you use so much force? I've already tried it with a kitchen knife, and I couldn't cut through it with that little force. What sister-in-law, why is this person like this? Su Qing and I aren't even married yet, and he's calling me that. Only the few rings that came in contact with the blade are slightly deformed. Even if my sword is sharpened, I have to slash at the same spot 5 or 6 times in a row before it's possible to injure the body. Try again, but on my back this time. How does it feel? People will still be a little scared when getting slashed even while wearing chainmail, only this idiot isn't scared. It does an okay job at absorbing force. It feels like getting hit with a stick, you can feel a little pain. It's uncomfortable if you wear too thin inside, and if you were to fight someone, you'll be invincible. All that's missing is a helmet, the kind that covers the face. This thing is really better than having a blade. It's almost stab-proof, the tip of a blade can still go past the rings. It's a pity, if I had this in the past, wouldn't I have been able to walk through the back streets? Are you guys preparing to go to war? No, we're just trying it out, since I've been working on it for several months. I can't bear to take it off. It is pretty useful. With this armor, even if someone hits you with a Jiao Huan Dao, you'll be injured a little at most. But only idiots would aim at the armor, the neck is so free. Why do I have the chills all of a sudden? The culprit is weird, it's gone again, was it an illusion? Take the chainmail off and give it to me, I have to fix the area where it was hit. It's tiring and painful to wear this in the summer with short sleeves. The worst part about this thing is that the rings easily deform and need to be repaired. At best, it can only be used as a decoration. What else do you want to do with it if not to display it? I'm just saying, what can I even do? Win and you go to jail, lose and you go to the hospital. By the way, when my dad finishes his, let's wrestle in it. You got nothing better to do. I'm not doing that. Speaking of which, what kind of bullshit swordsmanship are you practicing? Where did you learn it from? Is this the Longquan sword? The one on Taobao that costs a few dozen yuan and comes with free shipping? I spent around 300 yuan. I think it's worth like 30 yuan at most. If you take this out with you, it'll be confiscated. I'm not going out to kill people, so why would I take it out with me? Then why are you practicing your swordsmanship? It's just a hobby. Okay, it's fixed. If there are no accidents, this will become a family heirloom, passed down from my generation. If she really goes back, the warrioress can take it with her, and she'll be even stronger. When she's fighting someone, she can use her arms to tank and catch the other person by surprise while they're shocked. But now that the warrioress has become a homebody, she might not be able to adapt to the life of blade and blood. After all, it's easy to go from frugality to extravagance, but difficult to go from extravagance to frugality. Want to go out for a walk? Sure. I'm going out for a walk with Housie, contact me if you need anything. Okay. Who goes on a walk in the summer? Where are we heading? What do you think? Didn't you say you wanted to go out for a walk? I haven't thought of a place to go. I thought you had something in mind. If there's nothing else, let's return to our respective homes to enjoy the AC, it's too hot for this. Hey, wait. Talk quickly if you got something to say. It's so hot today. It's just, that person wants to invite me for dinner to celebrate my discharge from the hospital. Who? Do I know them? Yuli. That girl with the braids that came to see me with the oranges. Oh, her. I feel like something is up with her, is it? Yes, you guessed right, she's interested in you. You think so too? Defeat. Stupid priest. It's only fun when I'm playing with Su Qing. I'm back. Why is your face so red? I just summoned the High Keeper, and I was a sliver of health away from killing the opponent, but he counterattacked and killed me the next round. Oh, no wonder your face is flushed from anger, I understand. I'm surprised you actually didn't break the keyboard from that. This guy deserves a beating. Luckily, I got away with it. Why did you come back so soon? I didn't go far at all. Housie wanted to take us to eat tonight, but I ruthlessly rejected him since we can go ourselves if we wanted to eat something. It's better to stay at home with my girlfriend on this kind of day, only crazy people go out and play around. I don't understand the mind of a single dog. You don't need to do homework this weekend. Don't waste time, just keep playing, I will guide you. Can you believe it? Housie helped a girl, and then the girl started to become interested in him, another one. Don't move. Then don't randomly touch me. I'm helping you massage your legs, how is it randomly touching? She guards against me every day like I'm a thief. Since I can touch and cuddle outside of the bed, I of course have to do it often. But with my skills, when I'm not a video uploader anymore, I can become a professional foot massager. Why is your face still so red? It's hot. Is it that hot? Then I will help cool you down by blowing. No need. After staying here for so long, your skin has become much better than before. Look at how pale this little hand is. Some people often go outside, and their skin color will experience changes, but you have no changes at all. That's the beauty of studying at home. Don't move. Ah, you should use 5 mana to play the carnivorous cube, craft the weasel. So annoying. You scared me, I thought I was going to be ruined by you. Shut up. Play history as expected, she was sneaking a peek at the study material before I came back. No wonder her reaction was so strong. You can move aside now. What's with that expression? To be honest, hunger and sexual desire are engraved in the DNA of human beings. Don't think it is a bad thing just because you're embarrassed. In this private space with only the two of us, you can freely and boldly defile me. Don't take pity on me just because I'm a delicate flower. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Defiling isn't pinch, keep talking. The ancient people are unreasonable. What did you say? Nothing, please sit, warrioress. Everything depends on what she wants, just being with her is enough for me. Let's watch Manchester by the Sea today. Manchester by the Sea. If I can't see the warrioress next to me, I get the feeling that I'm alone again. It was like this in those times, in my free time, on an ordinary afternoon, hugging my cat on the sofa and watching my favorite movies with no one to disturb me. Not playing anymore. No, it's making me angry. When it comes to playing video games, you truly lose when you get angry. What were you thinking about that made you so happy? I was thinking about how you used to watch the Spring Festival Gala like how you watch the news, staring with a straight face. It's only been a year, and now you can even get mad about winning or losing in a video game. Last year, I was still trying to take it slow and carefully help her adapt to this era when she was unfamiliar with everything. Looking at it now, the most dangerous part has already passed. It's only been a year, and we're shamelessly sleeping in the same bed together. Say, do we call this a flash marriage? Please mind your words, warrioress, we are not married yet, so how can there be a flash marriage? Oh, I'm already a scholar now, I must be cautious with my words and actions, and I can no longer be so stupid. It's a very heavy movie. It might be more convincing if you could keep your hands off my legs. While watching a movie, I can only feel the sadness of the people in it, but he can write a large and neat paragraph on the behavior of the people in it. This is my man. Second miss, my husband is a super talented scholar. Do you really like scholars? I know everything. Scholars are full of tricks, second miss is right. What does this have anything to do with tricks? Why am I full of tricks all of a sudden? Why are you randomly touching me? If you're like this, I want to touch you too. Otherwise, it's unfair. Sure enough, you're full of tricks, trying to take advantage of me by seizing the opportunity. Then what are you doing now? I'm exposing you. It's soft. You've been doing movie reviews for a long time, but still haven't made any money. Doing something for a long time doesn't mean anything, you can't succeed in everything you do. On the contrary, it's normal to fail in most things. Don't think that making money is easy just because you are making money from streaming. In fact, there are two kinds of people who can easily make money, smart people and lucky people, and you are one of the lucky people. That's why you need to study hard to become one of the smart people. I forgot today is the weekend. I am a smart person. Einstein John. It's just like how I know there are two cans of soda in the fridge, one is a Coca-Cola and the other one is also a Coca-Cola. Where's my soda then? There's another kind of person, heaven rewards the diligent, hard work will pay off. A person who combines intelligence, hard work, and luck. Second miss said that. But there are some smart people who like to use tricks, like you. You're trying to trick me into studying harder. This guy doesn't have good intentions and is full of tricks. Scholars are all two-faced, Second Miss said. There is no shortage of hardworking people in this world. The important thing is choosing the right approach. It's like having a reasonable schedule is more useful than reading 20 hours a day. The key is to work hard within your ability, which is what smart people do. Then, the scope of my ability is just this small. Oh, no, it's more like this little. So it's most reasonable for me to do questions for only an hour every day. If I had known earlier, I would have let her study with little Yen last year. The warrioress at that time was easy to talk to, and she would learn whatever was asked. Now she's quick-witted and always wants to bargain with me to avoid studying. People from ancient times aren't afraid of studying martial arts or bloodshed, but they are afraid of being asked how long it will take for Xiao Hong to catch up to Xiao Ming after already walking for a few minutes. It's the weekend, you don't need to practice. On the road of martial arts, the most important thing is to persevere. I'm setting a good example for you. It looks like I don't have anything to do for tonight's stream. I already finished the chainmail. I can't just do my stance the whole time, right? How about you wear it while doing it? Who in their right mind would wear that while practicing? Domineering, here comes the man who handmade chainmail. Where can I buy that? Link. Oh, you can actually wear it. This streamer's show doesn't stop. From the stance to making and wearing chainmail, it's come a long way. This took me 4 months to make using pure stainless steel rings. After testing it, its defense is not bad. If you all have free time, you can also make one for fun and put it at home as a family heirloom. In case something happens, you can still defend yourself, such as aliens attacking Earth or zombies besieging the city. Be prepared for danger in times of peace. This is what our ancestors have taught us for thousands of years. What danger in times of peace? I think an Iron Man suit has more insurance. You forgot one, when your girlfriend is fierce, are you going to fight aliens with a sword? My girlfriend is not fierce at all. Isn't this a gaming live stream? Why does no one care about me playing games? Alright, this is a gaming live stream, focus on the game. Forget it, nothing can shake me anymore. How much money can they make? I don't know, Housie said at least 100. Just that much. In one day. That's a lot. Calm down. Kids like to play around with that stuff. Why aren't you watching anymore? I think this kid looks like a member of the demon cult now. Old Chin has been misled by him, he's tinkering with the armor at home every day. Indeed, he refuses to do anything that's normal. Rating 1600 before the end of the stream. The people who said they would sub and gift rockets after getting 1600 rating, don't run. There's still a few minutes left before it's 8 p.m. I should do something to celebrate, right? We finally hit 1600 rating today. If we continue to play, it might drop, so let me show you my talent for the rest of the time. End of live stream. Are we going to be rich? How could there be so many gifts? We even gained a dozen more subs. I just took a look, there are several streams tonight recommending you. There's also people talking about you. No wonder there were so many people watching. I underestimated the difficulty of reaching 1600 rating in the duel arena. It's probably about to go viral, don't you have anything to say? I haven't played for so long, so I'm out of the loop. She's a person from the Tang dynasty playing modern games, yet she's better than the vast majority of people. How absurd is that? Ah. Do I need to say something? No, I'm going to take off the chainmail. If it keeps going at this rate, we can probably install an AC in the storage room next month, right? That way we can separate. Forget it. It's more cost-effective to save money and buy delicious food. It's not because I don't want to move. Why don't you become a singer? You can make a lot of money, and you can also be on TV. Doesn't little Yen like being on TV? Why would I become a singer? I just have a little bit of talent, I have no professional training, and I don't like being a star. I just feel that knowing music is very useful. That's true, knowing how to pick music would be helpful for editing. It feels so good taking off the chainmail. I can't put it on randomly in the future. It's not meant for summer at all. My clothes are thin, so it's basically stuck to the skin, pressing on my shoulders. As for Chin Hao, he was excited to wear it, so he didn't feel uncomfortable at all. Holy, this couple is godly, what a perfect match. What are you doing? I undressed to go shower, been wearing it for a while, so I'm a little hot. This guy is shirtless and looks kinda robust, isn't it? Pervert. That's how they do it in the TV shows. What's the matter, didn't the ancient people have to be shirtless when doing farm work? Everything on TV is fake. Fake. Of course. If you don't wear clothes, you'll die from the sun. Not only do you have to wear them, but you also have to wear a straw hat for more cover. I really want to poke a few times. Let's not think about that. Tomorrow is Monday again. If I want to play games, I have to do a few pages of questions. I'll take this time to play some more. But that guy's chest just now was really robust. What am I thinking? If you play so badly, you won't have any friends. You should do this here. Something is wrong with me, it's so weird. What drug? Help me play, I'm a little hot, so I'm going to take a shower first. The warrioress is acting weird. It can't be that, right? Her eyes were shining just now, it might be true. It's times like these that you need to search it. Search it, wait. Why does this scene seem familiar? Ah. Sure enough, you rub off of them after staying together for a while. I need to clear my history. He's not here, did he already go to sleep? Why aren't you playing anymore? Where did you go? You need to play more to die less. Su Qin was playing for me just now, I went to shower. Then he really sucks. Nice. I typed it out. An ancient person learning how to type using pinyin. Do you like this new nightlight? Ah. My eyes. Haven't you been using this every day before? That's true, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Sleeping right away. Don't want to chat for a bit? Or what do you want to do? I don't want to do anything. Then sleep. What are you doing? I forgot to mention something, I sometimes can become an animal in bed. Say that again. I meant I'm going to become like a koala that lays down and sleeps for a dozen hours. I'm really sleeping now, good night. Good morning. Morning. Why did you start practicing again? I haven't practiced in a while, and I feel like my muscles and bones are going to rust. And my state of mind has also changed, it can't go on like this. Breakfast is in the pot. You're not normal. I'm very normal. Go ahead and eat, I'm going to take a shower. She suddenly decides to work up a sweat in the morning before showering. Something is definitely not right. I was careless. I didn't bring a change of clothes. How come you're not out yet after showering for so long? Could it be that you didn't bring a change of clothes? I don't remember seeing you bring any. Okay. I'll help you get it. PFT, so cute. Scholar is a master of pen and sword. Why did Li Bai write so many poems? Li Bai was known for writing 100 poems per gallon of wine, he's a savant. Didn't I say you could skip these types of questions? The person who made this question is so hateful. The same goes for Li Bai, why do you have to dig a pit for the people 1,000 years in the future? I really want to tie them up together and beat them up. Don't hate studying, if you're really tired then you can go play games with Ping Ping. No, I want to study. I want to become a scholar. I'll reward myself 2 pokes to Su Qing's stomach when he's sleeping tonight. There's something wrong with the warrioress since last night. Perhaps my perception has deviated, and my mentality hasn't changed all this time. The warrioress who didn't know anything at the beginning has grown up during this year and is no longer so ignorant. Although not stated explicitly, the warrioress has always been the underdog in her life. It doesn't refer to being weak in strength but something else. She has been relying on me. And the situation right now is. I understand now. She doesn't want to be the underdog anymore. She was always on guard against what I would do, and once she started to defend, she was the passive one. And now she has let go of her defenses and is ready to face her relationship with me calmly. Have you figured out what you want to stream tonight? Not yet. If I fix up my equipment, can I still climb and dominate the duel arena? If you want to continue, you can spend thousands of yuan to make a sky set to continue to fight in the duel arena, or you can mash together a usable set of equipment and make do with it and then spend half a year working on the sky set. Thousands of yuan. The process of building an account can also be streamed. If you like this game, go for it. According to the current trend, you can earn it back later anyways. What do you think? I don't have an opinion, I was just accompanying you to play around to begin with, so you can just do as you like. You can even stop streaming altogether, I'm fine with anything. I'm also out of ideas. After finishing the armor, I can't just stand there for an hour in the stance like I did in the beginning. At the beginning, there was nothing, and we played whatever we wanted. Now that the streams are getting more and more popular, it'll start to fall off as there's nothing to stream, might as well stop streaming. Then let's keep climbing. Even if I fall down, I'll climb back up. How about it, do you feel your own inadequacy? I feel it. The goals that were set have been completed, and now I don't know what to stream. If I knew earlier, I would have dragged it out a bit more. Going viral for only a short period, I'm a little unwilling. In fact, that's very normal. When the popularity drops, it will collapse sooner or later. Seize the opportunity to get familiar with it, and it will be easy for you to stream other things in the future. That's true, luck has played a big role. It can't be forced. Give me a slice. Ah. Here. July 16th. The warrioress really likes to watch the rain. When it rained last time, she was also by the window and watched for a long time. I'm not sure if it's because she thinks of that rainy day when she arrived, or she just likes the rain. It rained all night and the temperature severely dropped. Do you want to wear a coat too? Yeah, it's a little cold today. A coat with my scent on it. Dummy. Humph. History of Ming. You've been reading the whole day. It's raining so hard, what else can you do besides reading? If you go out, you'll become soaking wet. You're not on the computer either. It's rare for it to be raining, I'm giving myself a little vacation. Generally speaking, you're supposed to be studying during the normal period and playing on the computer during vacations, right? You know that? Then why do you always play games when you're asked to study? That's not the same. Sure enough, I still need to read more books so I don't get tricked. The book is a novel called The Devotion of Suspect X, by Kigo Higashino. It has won him many awards. Instead of trying to get next to me and putting her legs on me, she's actually over there reading a book alone. Sure enough, my guess a few days ago was right, the warrioress's ignorant consciousness finally awakened. She has already thrown out the daily intimacy before she even figured out how to defile me. Right, let's test her. I suspect that she took the opportunity to do something to me quietly while I was asleep last night, but I have no proof. I had a dream yesterday. There was a big octopus rubbing me with its tentacles. Octopus? Yes, a super big octopus. I bookmarked a site for Zhou Gong's dream interpretations. I'll send it to you so you can see what seeing an octopus means. Zhou Gong is known as the God of Dreams. There's no need. I didn't get anything out of her in the end. Reading at the computer desk isn't comfortable, why not lie on the sofa and read? It's very comfortable. Lying down and reading hurts the eyes. Okay. The book talks about a kind of love where as long as you think of that person, no matter what you're doing and whether it matters or not, you'll feel happy. Is it like that? How do I know? Are you happy when you think of me? I just get angry. I'm terribly sorry about that then. It's just a pity that he was let down by that stupid woman in the end. I remember she was recently reading The Devotion of Suspect X. She is really stupid. What would you do if it was you? I'll kill those people and then break him out of prison. As expected of you. In fact, as long as you kill that person at the beginning, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. As long as you carry him to the river and kick him in, he'll die by himself, and it'll have nothing to do with me. You'll definitely be caught by surveillance cameras if you run around with him. But they didn't have that in the book, those people had to drive and follow someone to see what they have done. I would follow from behind and shoot him with a dart using gloves at the front of his house. No, if it was you, no one would dare to disturb you like that in the first place and would stay as far as possible. Suppose you broke into prison. Why are we talking about murder on a rainy night? Then what do you want to talk about? How about we talk about putting away the stuffed bear at night when you go to sleep? If you're afraid of thunder at night, you can just hide in my arms. How nice is that? Then I think it's more interesting to study how to kill people. I'm only wearing pajamas at night and nothing else, if I'm squeezed into his arms. End of stream. He looks like he's up to something. He has been like that since the beginning. Forget it, no matter what tricks he has, it won't be able to withstand my punch. All strategies are useless in the face of absolute strength. And I only just secretly touched him a few times at night. I have nothing to be guilty about. This guy said it before himself, as long as he doesn't know, then it's okay. It's called a win-win. Brothers, I have very scary news for you guys. I might be getting married. Howsy, did you hack his account? It has nothing to do with me, I thought you did it. This guy is definitely joking. Scared me for a second. I haven't been hacked. It's just too sudden. You guys talk first, I suddenly have something to do. What the hell is going on? What do you mean by might? It's a long story. It's just, my girlfriend is pregnant, now I'm debating whether I want this child or not. If not, I will not be able to live if the old man finds out. If I do, I can only marry. After changing girlfriends so many times, this kidney-deficient prince has always taken careful preventative measures. This time it didn't work. My warrioress is still the best. What are you doing? Smiling so weird. Nothing, I am just happy looking at you, that's all. I'm going to shower. So suspicious. What are you doing? Can we really not remove this stuffed bear? Is that so? Oh my. My hand slipped. It looks like I need to share your cover for tonight. Otherwise, catch a cold. I saw you tilt the glass on one side. He did it on purpose. I didn't. Who knew there is such a shameless person in this world? Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, you can make do with the winter quilt. What did you say? Cotton quilts are very difficult to dry if they get wet. I know. Who are you kidding? As long as I put the cotton quilt on, this guy's hand will definitely slip again. I won't cover myself then, I'll give my cover to you. Oh my. If I said I didn't mean to, would you believe me? You don't need a cover. This guy is starting his tricks again, I won't fall for it. I'll sleep like this today then. Even if I catch a cold, I can take medicine anyway, and even if I have a fever, I can pull through it myself. My sword. Where's my sword? What's wrong? I'm just having a glass of water. I have to calm down. You can just freeze then. Second miss is right, the educated ones are all evil. Touch. It's cold. Why did you touch me? It's pretty late, we should sleep soon. Good night. It's been a long time since it rained. Now we'll have to see if the warrioress takes pity on me. Though, the weather has been crappy. I have to put on a coat in the morning and the temperatures at night are even lower. It looks like it's a lost cause this time, I just hope that I don't actually catch a cold. Shut up. Sleep. I knew from the start that this guy was dishonest. Moving into this room was just the first step, and there's still the second step, the third step. I've been thinking about the tricks that he would use to try and remove the bear, but I didn't expect this guy to be so shameless. If he's persistent in what he wants to do, I really don't have a way to deal with him. My martial arts skills are useless, especially in situations like this. What can I do? Beat him up and force him to not drink water. Let's sleep. What was I worried about? And what was I looking forward to? I'll secretly get out of bed first and not let him know. Ah. Shuching. Ah. Is it already morning? Good morning. Change your clothes and come out. Bang. It's early in the morning, why is she so fierce? The little old lady is temperamental. What's wrong? You've been learning martial arts for quite some time now, let's have a sparring session to check your progress. There's no need, I feel like I haven't learned it yet. I'll admit defeat, and you. Cut the crap. Take your blanket and lay it out in the sun, otherwise it will get moldy. I would have laid it out earlier if you didn't force me to spar with you. You were the one who wanted to make the other blanket wet as well. Or would you like to spar with me some more? No, I'm good. In that case, don't pour water on your blanket again next time, got it? I already said that it was an accident. If I had brought out the thick blankets at that time, this guy would surely have poured water on it. Humph, when the weather is warm again, he will set the AC to the lowest temperature, and use it as an excuse to share a blanket with me again. There is no stopping him when he has done it once already. I'm done eating, so I'm off to play games. You can do the dishes. Hee hee, I'll order a two-person pillow later, and she will have no choice but to use it. Yes, if not, I'll just have to pour water on the two pillows and dump them in the washing machine. Brother Su Qing, I'm here to play with Sister Jiang He. I'll be staying at Grandma's for a couple of days. Come on in, Sister Jiang He missed you a lot. Little Yen is in 4th grade now, and the warrioress should be able to guide her in her assignments since she's at the 7th grade level. This will also help the warrioress strengthen the fundamentals that she has learned. If the warrioress isn't able to do it, surely she will feel ashamed, and strive to study harder to become smarter, right? Killing two birds with one stone. It's almost time, I'm heading out. Remember to study together with little Yen tonight. What's wrong? Why does it feel like you're the one who's pregnant? He looks like one of those people in the TV shows who got his life force sucked out of him by a female ghost. Pregnant my ass. I'm in this state because I'm tired. Karma is a bitch, isn't it? You finally crashed after being given free rein, no? Putting that aside, the employment records that you made for Jiang He that time, there were no problems with it, I hope. There weren't any problems with it, why? I'm just making sure. I heard from Auntie Chen a couple of days back that my dad was asking her about Jiang He. Did that old man realize something was wrong? When it comes to issues regarding the warrioress's ID, I feel uneasy. You're Jiang. Jiang He, she looks so well behaved, sigh while I'm involved with someone troublesome. I'm out of luck. You've finally met your match. She's the one who tricked me into the hotel and took my clothes last year. You've bumped into her on the train previously. Oh, that ex-girlfriend who draws. She's now the current girlfriend who is pregnant. What? Is she a bad person? Well, she's... Sigh, I don't know how to explain it, it's so annoying. Don't be frustrated, marriage is a great thing. I want to get married but I can't, while Housie doesn't even have someone to marry. You don't understand. Let's go to the internet cafe for a couple of games. We were interrupted by the robbery last time, so we didn't get to do it. Sure. Let's go. Thinking about it, Housie's girlfriend is working at the convenience store around here, no? He has a girlfriend. I have no idea if they are together as well, though there are signs of it happening. I'll take the chance to grab some drinks from there since the food here is expensive. What's going on? I want to hear about it. Housie said that he was going to have a meal with her the last time, and that's the last I've heard of it. I don't know if it has progressed or regressed either. He didn't come to me for advice after that. There are 2 convenience stores nearby, whatever, I'll just try this one first. Welcome. Ah, it's you guys. What a coincidence, eh? I am here to get some cola. I've always wanted to thank you guys, but I didn't get the chance to at the hospital. It's okay, you just have to thank Housie, we wouldn't have been spurred into action if it wasn't for him. Fuck, he's too honest. You on? 330 milliliters Coke, it's fine, it's my treat. How can we let you do that? Boss, pay up. It's an insult to me if you don't let me pay. Sure then. That's her. She's together with Housie. From looking at Housie that time, it feels like there might be something between them, but I have no idea if they are together. I think they are. Hey, look over there. Is this guy headed for the convenience store? Of course, why else would he be here? Ah, he's out. You two, what are you guys doing over there acting all suspicious? We're headed to the internet cafe and decided to come here for some drinks. Yeah. You guys came over here even though the internet cafe is on the neighboring street. It's cheaper here, the internet cafe is selling it for 50 cents more. Yeah, 2.50 cents make $1. Are you treating me like a fool? A rich guy like you has no right to say that the most. Since we're already caught. I'll let you in on the secret, we're actually here to pay tribute to you at the site of the incident. Tribute my ass. I'm still alive. These 2 guys are surely up to no good. It just so happens that I'm on this street, and it just so happens that I'm buying a bottle of water. It's totally normal. What's there to spy on? Picking up girls while on active duty, can we report him? Who's picking up? Who's picking up girls? Who's picking up girls? I wonder who. Besides, I'm scheduled for the night shift today, so I'm off duty. Speaking of which, what's with you getting married? I got scammed, we barely did anything and she got pregnant, and now she's forcing me to marry her. PFT, it was inevitable, I predicted long ago that it would happen. I've said it before, didn't I? I'm sure you remember it, Chingzi, I've definitely said it. You might have just jinxed it with that mouth of yours. How did I become a dad at a young age like this? But if we were to abort it? Shit, that's an actual human life, I'm not sure if I can do it. What about you, Chingzi? When do you plan to do it? Plan to do what? Oh right, she doesn't have an ID yet. What about you? How is it going? There's nothing going on, I'm just passing by and buying a bottle of water. That's nonsense, is this even on the way to your house? It's kinda on the way, depending on how you look at it. The two of you are interested in each other but neither of you two wants to admit it, right? Why are you guys acting like elementary school kids, going over to ask a question or borrowing a pen, and then going home after school together? Right, about Jiang. Jiang, how's her ID thing going? Hey, he's changing the topic. Your dad came over to ask me about it, the two of you have been living together, what would you do if she gets pregnant? She can get her ID done with her belly showing, I'm sure pregnant ladies would get special treatment and care, no? Wait a minute, that might actually work. I'll put it as a backup plan, if all else fails, maybe we can try it in a few years' time. Sigh, how did all three of us land in such unfortunate situations? I'm getting scammed, your girl doesn't have an ID, and he. What about me? All is normal over here. The two of you sought out trouble on your own. Want some crepes? I barely ate anything this afternoon and I'm hungry. I'll have one, with egg. I'll have 2 eggs. Once upon a time, the three of us would usually hang out, chill, and people watch, and it would take up the whole day. So much time has passed in the blink of an eye. Jiang He is helping little Yen with her homework, though I'm not sure if they are done yet. Ah, I'm aware, though I'm at ease knowing that she's with you too. Did my dad approach you about Jiang He previously? Your dad? Oh, yes, he did. Are you and Jiang He preparing to get married? Nope, there are some issues with Jiang He's ID. When she was young, she didn't feel the need to have it settled yet. Now she's preparing to do it, and will get married after. In the past, her life wasn't that smooth sailing, and it was kind of sad. I knew it, a happy girl like her must have had it tough in the past. If she needs any help, she can find me anytime. Thanks in advance then, Auntie. This and this, too. There's 2 here and 3 over there. It sounds like they are studying hard. I'm home. You're back. Big brother Sue. Ah, turns out they're playing Minesweeper. Your homework. I've done a lot of homework exercises. I even did tomorrow's share. I've done the share for tomorrow as well. You'll have to tell your grandma, little Yen. It's up to her to decide if you will have to study tomorrow. Got it. Having little Yen accompany the warrioress seems like a good idea. It's more meaningful than spending the entire day alone playing games. If we were to have a daughter in the future, it would probably feel like this. I sent little Yen back to her grandma's. What are you looking at? Can you use a soft sword? Nope. It's to practice your moves, not for fighting and killing. If it's just practicing, then there's no problem, I just need to make some noise, right? I'll be streaming this in the future. Unfortunately, you're just a weak woman with no power to restrain a chicken in the eyes of people. Oh, I am a weak woman with no power to restrain a chicken. That look in your eyes is making me feel uncomfortable. It feels like I'm no better than a chicken. It's okay, I won't bully you. Since you don't have an ID right now, you can only teach me how to do it first. I'll do an awesome ad with it and make money. If it's done well, we should be able to establish a long-term collaboration, and we can hang up all kinds of swords around the house. Do you like that? There's going to be swords that are long, short, hard, soft, stainless, and meow. What's the meow sword like? It's a 1.5 meter long sword. It's about as tall as you and can be used with 1 or 2 hands. If you use that, you can turn into a killing machine and become a battle angel. I want one. It'll arrive soon. Really? Of course, the manufacturer took the initiative to approach me, hoping that I can make a promotional video for them. Oh. According to the news on the phone, there are children who can compose 2,000 to 3,000 poems a day. Is this true? It's better than Li Bai and Du Fu. Use your clever little brain to think about it, let's calculate with 2,000 poems. Even if you only sleep for 4 hours a day, on average, it takes 1 hour for 100 poems. 1 minute per poem isn't even enough. Can you even write that fast? It's said that if you don't study, you can't even brag. I don't study, and I even believe the bragging of other people. I want to be smart. Little Ming went to fetch water from the river, and there were a 4-liter and a 9-liter bucket. What should he do if he wanted to fetch just 6 liters of water to bring back? He can obviously fully fill the 9-liter bucket and just throw away the rest. Why does he have to fill it with exactly 6 liters? Is he sick? Some people aren't too smart, so smart people like you are needed to help them with some very stupid questions. Just treat it as helping mentally handicapped children to be happy. I'm a smart person, I shouldn't stoop to the stupid little Ming's level. I finally finished today's homework. If only life could go on like this forever. Su Qing's stomach is so warm. The warrioress is acting like winter melon right now. They both like to step on my stomach, I think it's called kneading for cats. What are you trying to do? Humph, when this guy wants it, he doesn't say anything and just holds my feet, but when he doesn't want it, he asks me what I'm trying to do. Are you trying to make it up to me because you used excuses to not study many times, or are you trying to avoid studying next time? Not at all. Shoot, I've been seen through by him. If he dares to continue, I'll beat him up. The first 2 times were really accidents. I really can't do it again in the future. I can't lead the warrioress on the wrong path. It's almost time, I'm going to take a shower and sleep. Achoo! What's wrong? I might have caught a cold. I'll be fine after some medicine. I'm rarely sick. Are you okay? Do you need to go to the hospital? I'm fine, this is nothing. I just have a stuffy nose. There's nothing to worry about, it's not enough to kill me. Okay then. Don't overthink it, I'll be fine after a night's rest. Let's sleep in separate rooms tonight. I'm afraid of spreading bad air to you. Is that the correct term? In any case, I'm afraid of passing the virus to you, that's what I meant. We've been sleeping in the same bed for a few days now, there's no need to be afraid that she won't let me sleep with her again, even with this short break. The warrioress should have a strong immune system, right? She's a strong person from ancient times after all. I'll sleep in the storage room for the next couple of days. A proper rest is required for a quick recovery. Are you really okay? I'm fine, don't worry. If I don't treat this cold seriously, it will get worse, and I'll be battling other symptoms like a runny nose and migraines. It'll be torture. Also, the swords will be delivered the day after tomorrow. There's no way I can film a promotional video for the swords while snot is running down my nose. What's up? I just looked it up to see if you will die from your symptoms. He was fine all along. How did he suddenly develop heart inflammation, brain inflammation, and nose tumors? Am I going to get widowed before we even marry? It's best if we go see a physician. Wait. Hold on. At this rate that you're grabbing me, I'll really die. I've told you before, the internet will only ever diagnose you with terminal illnesses. Don't trust what you see on the internet blindly. Trust me, this is just a minor cold. But. Ha. Minutes later, are you sure you won't just suddenly die? I won't, I definitely won't. It's such a warm day but you're still using a blanket. Are you really okay? I'm really okay. It's best to sweat it out when you have a cold. If you don't believe me, just take a look at the thermometer instead. Look, 37.3 Celsius, I'm just having a tiny fever. 35.6 to 37.8, it's still within the acceptable range, you don't have to worry. Your fever won't suddenly shoot up to 40 Celsius in the middle of the night, right? How would that be possible? 40 Celsius is enough to fry my brains. The most important thing for me now is to rest and recover. Anyway, you don't have to worry about me too much, go rest too. I've only shared a bed with the warrioress for a few days, and now I'm back to sleeping alone again. The psychological gap, this damn cold. Who's that? What are you doing? I'm seeing if your fever has worsened. Should we measure your temperature again? I'm really fine. What time is it? It's past 3. I'm really okay, you should go to bed. But. Let's just sleep together then, it saves you the trouble of overthinking. It really doesn't seem as hot as I imagined. I really won't get to rest if you don't stop rubbing me. Aren't you going to say that you'll pass your sickness to me now? I've thought it through, I should just pass the cold to you to let you experience it. Otherwise, you'll think that I'm about to die every time I catch a cold. It looks like it's really nothing much if he's still able to say things like that. Why is there such an intense smell of ginger? What are you making? I'm making ginger water. I don't want to drink it, it tastes horrible. No, you do want to drink it. I'm fine with coriander but raw ginger is off limits. I suddenly remembered that I didn't fold my blanket. Time for your meds. Blarg, my mouth is full of ginger residue, you're exaggerating. I'll drink one as a preventive measure too. Do you want to practice martial arts to sweat it out? Nope, I just want to quietly rest here. I'm totally spent, it looks like the cold got more serious. Don't sneak into my bed with me just because you miss me at night, okay? I might really infect you with my cold. It was clearly you who dragged and hugged me to sleep. Who wants to squeeze together with you in bed? I wouldn't have been able to pull you in if you really didn't want to, no. Shut up. I'll definitely give him a good beating when he gets better. I think it's best if you stay over there permanently from now on. If I were to head out and leave him alone, will he be okay at home? I'll pass for today. Su Qing is sick. Oh, then stay at home and take care of him. After practicing a little, my stuffy nose seems to have gotten better. Let's take a look at the stock market. You can earn money from just looking at this. Yep, but it's hard to get the grasp of it, and it doesn't earn much. You look like you're having an easy time though. If I'm earning, it just means that someone is losing, but that doesn't mean that it's easy to earn. You're saying that everything is difficult all day long, and that there is always someone smarter than you. I've also been studying all this time. When I'm talking about smarts, it doesn't refer to IQ as you understand it. You're studying because I'm forcing you to. The real smart people are able to realize that they have to study and would do it on their own. Study, 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 all this guy knows is to make me study. In the past, you used to trick me into holding hands and hugging, now you're just tricking me into studying every day. What a con man. Well, even if you're a dumb little sprout, I'll still take care of you. Isn't it said that it's easier to take care of dumb people? What kind of weird stuff have you been searching again? Same as thinking that I'll die from a cold. I haven't. I'm just concerned about you. You can touch me here instead, it's more accurate. If you're willing to study on your own every day, I will love you even more. I'll love you 100 times more than I currently do. Tempted? Humph, I don't care. How much is 100 times more? It's the level where I'll even love your feet water. Pervert. Achoo. I'll make another bowl of ginger soup for you tonight. Thinking about it, does your bath water qualify as ginger soup too? This one's cute. I haven't been out for some time since I've been taking care of Su Qing at home. You seem like quite the bookworm. What have you been reading? I read all kinds of stuff. Su Qing said that I would get scammed by others if I don't study, and they would force me to box other people or whatever. I don't really get it either. Ah. Someone as pretty as you, who has a boyfriend and has your own stuff to do, what business do you have with boxing others? What does having a boyfriend have to do with boxing? Sigh, those people have nothing better to do. Wait. If we don't cross now, we will have to wait a long time for the next green light. Crossing when the light is red will get you hit, it's safer to just wait a little. It's alright, we can still make it. This intersection takes a long time to turn green, I'd rather wait 3 minutes than save 1 second. I think you're over-exaggerating. Regardless of how small the chance of it happening is, it's a 100% chance when it happens to you. We aren't really crossing when it's red or anything, asterisk kids, please do not learn from her. Right, after hearing you speak like that, could it be that the boxing you're talking about is that of the physical sense? Is he teaching you martial arts? I'm not sure. If that's the case, does Su Qing mean that someone will teach me martial arts? That doesn't make sense though, I should be the one teaching others instead. It seems like the boxing that the three of us are thinking of are different. So you're saying, Su Qing, that straight, nerdy guy, is really planning to have a weak girl like you learn martial arts? That guy, he's also bad at video games, it's a mystery how he got a girlfriend like you. What is he getting you to learn? Just reading books. I'm learning everything that can make me smart. That day, when I asked how he earns money from the stock market, he just said blah blah you have to be smarter and whatnot. He knows how to earn money from the stock market. Why don't you just pass him your money and ask him to grow it for you? You make a lot of sense. Why didn't I think of that? If Su Qing is smart, doesn't that make me smart by extension as well? If Su Qing can earn money, why don't I pass him my money so that we can earn money together? Did I really make that much sense? I'll have a cup of panda milk cap. Large size, half sugar, and no ice. Add pudding, nata de coco, taro, and red bean. What about you? Kumquat lemon, thanks. Half sugar, no ice. It's hard being a modern person. Waiting for their milk tea. He asked you to study and read more books because he wants to have more common topics to talk with you about, right? Study hard and improve every day. It's good to look at it that way as well. Compared to guys that sweet talk girls and live paycheck to paycheck, someone like Su Qing doesn't seem too bad. Is that really okay? I think it's pretty good. After all, the honeymoon phase will eventually come to an end. If you guys want to last long, you'll have to find a way, you understand? I don't understand. Maybe he really thinks that you're not that smart. Shall we go fishing later? I bought a new rod, and not only can I catch small fishes with it, I can cast it far and catch bigger fishes as well. I didn't bring my fishing rod with me though. If I were to go home to grab it, we won't have much time left either. Alright, let's go tomorrow then. Then, shall we go roller skating right now? What's, ahem, I mean, I've never tried it before. Ping Ping isn't Su Qing. I can't expose myself. I have to learn to lurk amongst the people from this era, it's so difficult to not have others realize there's something wrong with me. Huh, I'll teach you. Eek. Why didn't you make a sound when you came home? Wait, hear me out, I was just suddenly curious about fashion in the Tang dynasty. It's true, I'm on this page in this book. These straw slippers are a curse. Now that I've been caught, it seems that I really can't get rid of the pervert label. God can attest to it, I really was just researching ancient fashion. I believe you. Believe my foot. I went roller skating with Ping Ping today. It felt like I was flying as I whooshed around. Isn't that great? Wait, you can roller skate? It's easy, I learned it in no time. Easy. I said that it was my first time, and Ping Ping said I was lying since I was faster than her. As expected of the warrioress. Didn't you say that you want to do research? You can have this. You really believe me? That's right, how can I be a pervert? The needlework is immaculate, and it is very neat. The ends are also neatly cut. I think it's cut at least, it's hard to bite through these rough threads with your teeth. This is a cloth to wrap around your breasts from the Yuan era. With 1,200 years of history, what a great antique. What are you doing? I accidentally dropped this, and it looked a little dirty. I was just blowing the dust off it. Ahem, why did you come back out? I came to get an egg. Phew. Why can't I keep these hands to myself? Why do I find myself in such situations when I already have a girlfriend? Or could it be that I really am a degenerate pervert? I don't have a fetish for used clothes, even when it comes to stockings, I'm only interested when the warrioress is wearing them, and I don't have any interest in her socks after she takes them off. Why then do I have such an interest in an antique? I know. Maybe it's in the genes. What I'm interested in isn't the piece of cloth itself, but the fact that it's an antique. That must be it. Yes, I'm only interested in the smell of antiques, and the strong smell of antiquity on this clothing. If she was really peeking, she would most definitely let out a scream and not let me continue. Ahem. I shall shift my attention back to this piece of clothing. It looks kind of small, I'm not sure if it's because it has shrunk or not. Since I've already smelled one of the antiques, I should give the same treatment to other antiques as well. I am not a pervert, it's just in my genes to love all antiques. These are all antiques, and I should not reject any of these pieces. Just like how Wangzi doesn't mind others saying that he's poor, Su Qing shall no longer care if Jiang He calls me a pervert. Pervert because I'm not. That's what I truly believe. The smell of this antique. Let me sniff it again. You saved all the money that I've earned, right? Yeah, do you want to use it? If you do, I can transfer it to you. I've been helping the warrioress save her money, besides the 4,000 for the TV at the start, I haven't touched the rest. I was originally waiting for the warrioress to get her ID settled and for her to be able to manage her own finances before transferring it all to her. After all, by then, we'll be two independent people, unlike now where she has to rely on me. I was just curious, I feel like you can use my money to earn more money. You'll earn more if you have a larger capital, no? Are you saying that I should invest your money in the stock market? The stock market isn't an ATM machine, I just invested in it a little for fun. I don't invest any more than that. Also, if I were to invest your money, I would feel even more pressured. The bigger the capital, the larger the risks as well. What's the difference? Are you saying that it is easier to lose my money? Well, let's use an example. Have you seen the white lines on the road? It's easy to just follow the thin white line and walk straight, isn't it? But if we were to put a path of the same width on the mountainside and have you walk it, isn't it way harder and no longer as easy? It's not hard though. Anyway, no, I refuse to be your fund manager. I threw in 10,000 yuan myself and I don't even care if I lose 20%, but if I use your 10,000, I'll start to feel the pressure if I lose just 10%. Then I'll start to panic and hesitate, and I'll be led by the nose by the market and that's where I begin to lose all the money. Wangzi also proposed a similar idea before and wanted me to help with it. Even though the money wasn't that much, I refused without hesitation. It's already enough to earn a little money by doing that. If I invest too much, I'll feel pressured, and then it will just be giving away my money. I seem to know why he can live a relaxed life with a look of idleness every day. Having a clear understanding of yourself, knowing what your abilities are, and being willing to accept them. This is probably the mentality. Can he be said to be smart? Not only does he have a clear understanding of himself, but he is also very good at reading others. It seems that what Ping Ping said is correct. He has been urging me to study to keep us spiritually united, the more common language the better, so as to continue to manage the relationship between two people stably after the novelty wears off. Smart idlers and stupid idlers will only drift apart. I'm full. Speaking of which, my cold has been completely cured, so I can move back to sleep. In the past few days, you have proved that you are not afraid of the heat and can sleep there all the time. The bed in the storage room isn't comfortable to sleep on. If you want to move, I'll go play games right now. Then I won't move, you can do your questions. You really won't move? Not moving. Humph, I'll do these questions then, you can stay in the storage room. Full-time dishwasher. Your package. Thank you. What's this? Ah, it's the belt sword I mentioned before. But it's hard to get on the subway with this thing, you can't pass the security check, it's just a novelty. It can be used as a belt at ordinary times, and it can be pulled out when needed. Then won't your pants fall down when you take it out to fight? With a hollow belt, how will the pants fall? But don't take it outside, this is for collecting and playing. This sword is for you, take it and play with it later. This is just an iron sheet, yet it's called a sword. When will my 40-meter sword arrive? When it's time, you can learn a few moves and then put on the chainmail to shoot a short video. We'll insert it at the end of a video and earn advertising fees. If we establish a long-term cooperation, your weapon rack can be filled slowly without spending money. At that time, I'll arrange a shelf for her to put all kinds of swords, which will be filled with swords, as compensation for buying a bunch of books for her to read. When will my big sword arrive? It's coming soon. When the time comes you can take it with you to shower and sleep. I wouldn't sleep with a sword. Su Qing seems to have always been thinking about my future. I'm very happy to know someone from more than 1,200 years ago, and I'm also this feeling is quite amazing, so I'm willing to help you. I will do my best to help you get acquainted with the world, hide yourself, and slowly blend in. After that is life, live here and enjoy the prosperity of 1,200 years later. Cheers to our encounter and to this era. Solve the humanities, smooth out the information gap, and then become a modern person, get to know this world as soon as possible, mature quickly, be able to distinguish between gratitude and love, and have the ability to choose freely, then there will be no more problems, give you an environment where you can study with a peace of mind. When you are independent, you can make your own choice on whether to leave or stay. I hope you can learn to smile. It hasn't even been a year, and I've already learned to smile. This person, maybe his intention has changed several times along the way, but he has been thinking about my future and that has never changed. Separated by more than 1,200 years, I came from the Kai Yuan era to the current era and met this person. Second miss, he is really reliable. What is second miss doing right now? Is she counting copper coins with her small box, or is she repairing the leader's clothes? Or, is she also looking up at the moon? What are you looking at? I'm looking at the moon. For the people of the past, have they always lived in that time? Probably, they looked at the moon 1,000 years ago, and now you are also looking at the moon, so maybe the thought process is connected. Second miss must be looking at the moon as well, she must be able to feel that I'm living a good life now. Definitely. The warrioress has been here for almost a year. Time really flies by so quickly. After half a month, it will be exactly 1 year, 365 days. Originally, I thought it would take at least a few years before she would be able to integrate into society, but because of the internet, the warrioress's integration process was as fast as sitting on a plane. Not only did she learn how to play video games and make friends online, she even learned to watch films. Women. Thinking about it carefully from a boyfriend's point of view, it seems that I haven't properly given her a gift yet. It's not every day you commemorate the first-year anniversary of time traveling, so I need to think about it carefully. Am I handsome or not? Do I look like Qin Qiong? Does this stupid expression look like your deputy leader? Am I handsome or not? I'm asking you if I'm handsome or not. The deputy leader isn't that stupid. By the way, there are still some unused iron rings from the chainmail. Shall I make you an iron skirt? What's the point? To prevent others from chopping at my legs. And how would I wear it? It'll fall from the weight. I can add 2 suspenders to make it a suspender skirt, that way it won't fall. I'm just joking. I'm going to stream. I'm pushing 1,700 today. Are you going to, HM? Nothing. I don't care where that guy sleeps. It's more comfortable being alone in a big bed. Has this guy really changed his mind? He won't play any tricks. I don't care anymore, time to sleep. Creak. Didn't you say you weren't going to move? I didn't move, my pillow and sheets are still over there. I'm here to talk to you about something. It's about the identity issue, it's quite difficult to solve. If it doesn't succeed the first try, it'll be more difficult later on, so you must be fully prepared for the first try, understand? I know that. I'm just worried that you're impatient. But there isn't much need for an ID right now, so we just need to prepare with peace of mind. You're quite familiar with this community now. By the end of the year, you will have spent 2 spring festivals here, and the neighbors around us will have a general impression of you. Auntie Cheng and Little Yen are strong witnesses. They know that I have been pursuing you for several years, and how you moved in from the outside. There's also the Sky's Eye, CCTV, outside. I don't know if that will be an issue. Anyway, the fact that you appeared out of thin air has been wiped out now, and there's no need to worry about the police investigating. It's a big step forward. Why did you end up sleeping here? I'm sleepy, good night. Humph, click. Good night. Good night. Deep breath. Are you a dog? I'm the year of the dog. It's a pity that I can't win against her. Were you already awake? Nope, I just woke up. I don't believe you. I suspect that she's trying to entrap me again. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. You can just change here, you know, I won't peek. What are you doing then? I'm closing my eyes now. Why aren't you changing yet? If we don't trust each other in times like these, this relationship will be hard to last. Ah. I'll hit you if you dare to peek. She would usually head to the storage room just to change her clothes. I'd say that this is a big improvement. Since we haven't been sleeping together thanks to my cold, I guess absence really makes the heart grow fonder. Are what we are now considered abnormal? In which aspect are you referring to? Though I think we were never normal to begin with, us sleeping together. It's normal to sleep together, what's abnormal is that you're still wary of me after already sleeping together. How would modern people be like then? Modern people probably wouldn't have any reservations about anything anymore, be running around the house but naked. There's nothing wrong with sticking to the old beliefs from the Kai Yuan era, and it's hard to find someone who is like that these days. I'm just teasing her from time to time, but it has backfired, may God forgive me. No, it's still better to get her used to it early. I promised Ping Ping to go fishing with her. Is there anything you want me to get on the way? Nope, I'll be heading out in a bit too. That's right, do you want to come find me at my parents' house at noon? I might be having my lunch there. In that case, I'll go fishing with Ping Ping in the afternoon instead of in the morning. It's okay, you can go, they might not even want me around for lunch. Oh, I just saw Jiang He and her friend heading out with their fishing rods, why didn't you join them? It's because I'm too good at fishing, and they feel ashamed when I'm around. Keep bragging, I see them with buckets full of fish all the time. Dad, where's Mom? She went to play mahjong. This early in the morning, doesn't she usually play in the afternoons? This pomelo is good. Did your workplace give you this? There are a few more in the kitchen. If you like it, you can take a couple home for Jiang He and you to eat. This rascal is probably here for something. Well, coincidentally, I have something for him too. Just say it, what do you want this time? Don't worry, I'm not here to ask for the house. I wouldn't hand it to you even if you wanted it, give it up. What, could it be that you're finally enlightened and are here to ask me to find a proper job for you? Can't I just purely come here to hang out? Why don't we talk about that time when I bravely saved? I'm leaving. I just wanted to ask, did you approach Auntie Cheng to ask about Jiang He? Who approached her? Are you saying that Auntie Cheng is lying? I was just parking my car over there and we were just chit-chatting, and the conversation drifted towards that. Yeah, just passing by and chit-chatting. I'm sure you're aware of Jiang He's situation as well. If it gets settled, the two of us will immediately get married and get those marriage certificates. She's your girlfriend, so why should I stick my nose in your business? Didn't you say that you'll think of a way to resolve it last time? Do that. Dad, I'm your son. Those tricks won't work on me. Alright, I'll think of a solution on my own. If you were to live an honest life, and stop dabbling in that whole streaming nonsense. Like a normal person, I'll help you ask around. After the two of you get married, we can even discuss the ownership of that house. Getting on the newspapers once has given this guy the confidence to show off for a year. Which part of me is not honest? You can settle it yourself then. Besides, the two of you are just dating, you two might break up in the future, saving the trouble. Dad, that's not happening. Humph, that's not up to you to say. I don't squander the money I have, and I don't go out and make trouble. I live my days in peace, so what's wrong? Let me through. You're like this at this moment, but will you still be the same a few years down the road? I will. We'll see in a few years. Other people out there already have successful careers and families, while you've accomplished nothing so far. You'll be the one regretting this in the future. Dad, just because I'm your son doesn't mean you can place such expectations on me. Touch your heart and tell the truth, how many people out there would be able to meet your expectations at this age? Do you truly understand the youth of today? Being a civil servant like Housie is in the minority. Even if I were to be lucky enough to find a job at a good company outside, the monthly salary would just be enough for food and shelter. If my luck is bad, I might have to pay for the rent using your money. Squeezing with others on public transport at 9 in the morning, and sitting in your office cubicle the whole day while having to work overtime during holidays and not being able to go home. By your logic, are you saying that only the best amongst the elites are able to make that armor of yours without working 996? Why are you comparing with the worst of them when you should be comparing with the best? Dad, I know that you've always been biased against me and what I do. But you have to admit that most people out there are unable to earn tens of thousands while in school and are able to pay the rent while staying at home all day after graduation, all while building up my own personal savings. So what? So that means that if you were to look at it from another angle, I am someone who is very hardworking and outstanding. I haven't accomplished nothing so far, it just seems that way in your eyes. It looks that way because it doesn't fit your idea of success. Here, have a taste of this piece of pomelo. You feel that I've accomplished nothing because I'm not willing to live my life to your expectations. The day I met Jiang He was the day that I went to a job interview, and the weather turned stormy when I arrived home. At that time, I wanted to find a job in order to please them. Now that I think about it, it was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. I'll have to admit that this rascal has accomplished some things in that nonsense stuff. I've never forced you to become some super accomplished person or anything, Even being a junior employee would be better than playing games and fiddling with your armor every day at home. Do you believe that your son would behave himself and just work as some junior employee? With my majestic aura, I would be dabbling in alcohol and women while starting fights all over the place. That's just who I am. Even if I were to bullshit my way into the civil service, would you be satisfied with that? Once I am out of control, with devious thoughts running free in my head, would easily be led astray, and I'm sure you know that. When the time comes, you would only be able to visit me while metal bars separate us, as I sing the songs of my sorrow. Why would I visit you when you're behind bars? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Honestly speaking though, with my skills and experience in managing my channel, I can probably find a cushy job at some media company. Or I can find a job that doesn't match my skills, and start from scratch in accordance with your wishes. Dad, I'm not bragging, but I think that if I were to chase your definition of success, I would be able to do it better than most people out there. You're totally bragging. If you could, then why aren't you doing it? Is it because it's more fun waving that sword around and playing with Lou Bay's grass slippers? Yeah, it's fun. This boils down to our different perspectives. I love doing what interests me and living my life. Not everything is about money and stability. I don't want to be a gear in the clock and struggle as I shuttle from home and work every day. Even if I were to earn less than half of what I would get at a normal job, I would rather choose to do what interests me than something that makes me miserable. I've had the small chance to choose the life I wish to lead ever since I graduated, so why should I give it up? Just because you think that I'm just loafing around? Such nonsense. I'm not falling for it. What does Jiang-hee think? Does she not complain that you're not striving to be better? Loving your way of life is striving to be better. If she's unhappy with it one day, we'll think of how to change things for the better. You can take it easy then, and I won't give you the house. Let's see if you can still take it easy later. You're my dad, which is part of the reason why I can take it easy. If you were to donate your house to me, I would immediately become serious. I still have a few commissions to accept in my WeChat. I will write my will right now. When I'm gone, I will donate my entire fortune away. Once I get it notarized, we'll see how you get your hands on a flat. Dad, to tell you the truth, I have 100,000 in my savings, and I can make a down payment next year. I didn't rob a bank. You may think that I'm not working a proper job, but I've made a lot of money from it. I am a good citizen. What even? Why does it feel like he doesn't even care that he has that much money? I'll still donate everything. Sure. If I don't make a bet with this old man, he still won't recognize me even if I earn enough for a house. Around this time last year, my savings were around 40k to 50k, and in the past year, I've stayed at home with the warrioress all the time and didn't have to pay any rent as well. The meals were made from ingredients hand-picked by us, and thus, my expenses have decreased by quite a bit as compared to the days when I was living alone. I can calculate now. Amazing. Our Jiang-hee is indeed intelligent. Combined with the money from streaming, our income is also higher than before, which led to an increase in savings all around. There is a big change in lifestyle too. The two of us staying home, reading books, and watching videos every day has increased our quality of life. The warrioress is really a blessing from he. My lucky star is really cute. A lucky star that's exclusively mine. Don't you have to spend money on your girlfriend? Something's not right. She's great, she uses the beauty products I bought for her sparingly. It would be even better if you could get her ID settled for her. I can find a flat on my own and won't have to inherit yours. You can use it to generate income for your retirement, and the two of us can live our lives on our own. What's wrong with her ID? It's what I said in the past. She's even smarter now and has self-studied her way to the high school level. How can I not know this rascal's personality? The two of them are just fooling around at home, and yet they can make that much. And they're preparing to get married and buy a house. It does not add up. You're lying. Show me your savings. Oh. My investments are worth more than 60K. There is also around 10K in the stock market, and even more in my emergency account. You can scrutinize it if you don't believe me. If someone told me a year ago that I would sleep and wake up early, practice martial arts when I'm free, and be able to put down a deposit, I would have laughed in their face. How would that even be possible? But it has actually happened. A warrioress from 1,000 years ago has changed my life. Everything is indeed in order. Being able to earn 100K on his own at his age is truly praiseworthy. Maybe he's telling the truth that if he was serious, he would be more successful than most people, but he doesn't see the need to. But choosing an easy life when he is young. Is it because of his laziness? His attainment of Zen? Or, how is it? To be honest, I'm able to get her ID settled myself, but I need to have a backup just in case. So if you'd be able to. I can only help ask around for you. All right. Thank you, Dad. That's fine. The most I can do is to erase any traces of how the warrioress suddenly appeared. And I'll find Wang Zijuan for this, get the warrioress accustomed to life in Jiangcheng and help her study. It's still a little difficult for me to help a lady from the ancient past to get an ID. If I am able to get this really important thing resolved, it will be smooth sailing for the warrioress from then on. She will no longer have to see the world through the small monitor at home. And will be able to step out of Jiangcheng and explore the world. Dad, since we have some free time, do you want me to demonstrate some martial arts? Scram. Got it. Power Tiger Fist. Get lost. I coincidentally bumped into Qingzi on the way home. Why was he running off with 2 pomelos in his hands? Let him do what he wants, it's better than him running off with the house. You're so uptight over that stupid house. Did he come over to ask for it again? No, and I'm not giving it to him. If he ever gets scammed, he can lose whatever he has. If we were to give him the house, and he hands it over too, we'll really be finished. Scammed? By who? Jiang He. What happened? I'm just saying, so you have nothing to back it up. You're just saying it without any basis. What even? I think Jiang He seems like a lovely lady. She's sensible and reserved, unlike Qingzi who makes my brain hurt with his incessant babbling. Don't listen to his nonsense. That brat. What's wrong with Qingzi? Nothing. Sigh. I wouldn't be so vexed now if he was born as a girl. Dad, I'm home. Wait, if he is a girl. Daddy, he's not some poor kid old man. Is it safe to park my motorbike downstairs? Did I not recover from my cold? It shouldn't be, right? You're back. You too. What are you guys doing? Yo. Here, come try this. What's this? It's a fruit that makes your urine red. I'm not eating that. Try it, I will be able to treat you if your urine turns red, so just relax and eat it. I'll try a little then. The taste is not bad. Tasty, isn't it? This is dragon fruit, and I don't think you've seen it before. I specially bought it so that you could try it. Did you buy or catch this? I caught it. That's amazing. Right. Ping Ping bought a huge fishing rod that can be cast deep into the river. Shall we buy one as well? Buy. Let's buy the same one. Do you want to go visit Beijing together in the afternoon? Were you serious about buying a plot of land in the suburbs and growing your own crops? I just wanted to go there to take a look, and we haven't been there together yet. Seeing fields full of crops makes me happy. Sure, let's go together in the afternoon. She's so affectionate even in broad daylight. I wonder if I'm able to use the excuse that her pee turned red to check out her body. No, Su Qing, how can you be like that? Isn't bullying an innocent girl from the Tang dynasty going against public morals? Did your teacher raise you up to be such a person? Can I just steam the fish? You'll look cuter if you were to hold the fish with both of your hands. Like how you do it. Oh, she's sharing a picture of the fish with her friends the moment it's ready. Send me it too. Okay. Caught this myself, am I awesome or not? Didn't he just leave here with 2 pomelos in hand? Where did he find the time to go fishing? He's not showing off the fish itself, but showing off the dish instead, judging by his smug message. Without even looking at it, I can already guess that he has his nose up in the air, and is showing off anything and everything he can. Go buy a fish later too, we haven't had fish in a long time. It's not a special occasion or anything, why do I have to go through the hassle? Shoo, I'm guessing she lost money playing mahjong this morning. Could it be that brat rushed home before lunch because he heard that his mom was playing mahjong and was worried he couldn't eat good food for lunch if she lost money? What a master of escape, and he avoided all the nagging too. He must be gloating that he has tasty fish for lunch right now. It could be that the warrior has calculated the expenses for the 2 of us and chose to buy ducks, geese, and pork ribs for meat, along with some fruits to change up our diet. Though, we still didn't spend that much. I'm actually starting to feel guilty for saving up money, without having to commute or own a car, plus not falling sick easily due to us practicing martial arts. Perhaps having a kid is the only way to achieve a proper balance. The way things are going, I think we'll be able to get our own place next year or the year after next. Our own place. Our own place. Yup, our own place. This place we're in belongs to my parents. Once we have our own place, we'll be able to decorate it any way we want. We can have our bookshelf built into the wall so that it doesn't take up much space. We can also paint the walls and ceiling off-white for a minimalist look. We're buying a place, for ourselves. If not for ourselves, then who? A place for me and you. Originally, I wanted to become a modern person just like Su Qing and Ping Ping. After that, to get better at the whole streaming thing while starting my own business with making, selling, and eating food. I'm still learning how to integrate into modern society, and all of a sudden, I get to own a modern house. Or rather, a house with Su Qing. That's not good, isn't it? What's not good about it? A place must be expensive, and we have to be married for it to be called ours. I'll be beaten to death if we break up anyway. What's the difference if we're married or not? Also, if you weren't around, my savings would probably only be enough to buy a toilet, let alone a house. I'm just telling you my plan. If we were to really buy one, the earliest that we can do so will be next year. We'll be able to get a 2-room, 89 square meter kind of place next year, though if you want a 100 square meter one, we'll have to work harder. Toiletries can last for 3 months and would cost at most 1,000 yuan over a year too. The only huge expense for entertainment was our trip to the amusement park, and we'd usually just walk around, drink boba tea, and go fishing. There was a time when we would eat out a lot, but as Jiang he got better at cooking, there wasn't a need to eat out as often anymore. Besides that, there are miscellaneous things like buying a bigger pillow or a new fishing rod. I got a pillow. It's not a pillow for one, but a pillow for two. I got a new fishing rod. Time for a big fish. It's a wonder though, our expenses were only relatively high during the first few months after Jiang he showed up, where I brought her around to experience all of the things that she had never seen before. After all, we're only spending so little that it's not even as much as I could lose or gain from playing around with the stock market. What are you calculating? I'm calculating how we're able to save that much money. We have quite a bit of money on hand, with you staying at home playing games and me watching TV shows every day. Sometimes, you'd spend no money when you're outside, and instead bring some nonsense home. That's the reason why. Before the warrioress showed up, the money was spent before you knew it. Now, the warrioress will bring stuff home when she's out, be it eggs, detergent, umbrellas, or fish. I'm studying every day at home. I don't play games. The root cause. Also, what stuff did I bring home that was nonsense? Nothing. It's not nonsense. Look at this flask for example. I take it with me when I'm going fishing, so I don't have to buy drinks from that stupid vending machine. My apologies, it was a slip of the tongue. Humph. So. Why did I lose my composure just now? Buying a house means that I'll have a place to call home. Let's go, it's time to stroll around Beijing. Hold on. Come here for a hug first. Are you a puppy? Don't move, let me give you a good hug. What's on your mind? Well, I'm thinking about how once my mind is put to rest and I no longer worry about everything and have secured what I have currently, life will only move towards how I envision it, and it will naturally get better every day. I'm changing my clothes. It's time to go to Beijing. Let's go, we'll get ice cream too. Want to try my flavor? You've already licked it though. Hee hee cute, it's not like we've never switched our food at home. You want to try mine? Let's switch. No. It's gross, you've licked it already. That's right, she looks like someone from the present right now. If this was half a year ago, she would quietly look at me with an expressionless face. Humph, I asked if he wanted to try mine because I wanted to try his in the first place. What a drastic difference. How drastic is it? It's so drastic that you're practically two different people. You were like a shut-in before. It would have been perfect if I introduced you to my parents half a year later. Really? It doesn't feel that way to me, aren't I the same? It looks like I've gotten chubbier. Did you just realize that you've put on some weight? Can you still use Qigong? T/N, Qigong, the ability to move swiftly and lightly at superhuman speed, perform gravity-defying moves like running on water surfaces, traversing rooftops, and even balancing on a stalk of grass. How would I know? You don't even let me run too fast. She's at the right weight and not actually fat. She feels so soft when I hug her, which was way better than when I hugged her last year during Chinese New Year. Though, it seems like you guys don't like obese people. Why do you say that? When she said, you guys, who was she referring to? Ping Ping. Or modern people in general? Ignore those people. Got it. Wow. Is this the modern cornfield? That's right. Great. If the warrioress is happy, then I'm happy too. In another half a month, it should be the reproduction stage, T/N. He's making a sex joke that's lost in translation. In the novel, he references a Chinese film called Red Sorghum, where the main characters have a romantic encounter in a sorghum field. Although wonderful stories often happen in cornfields, they were all rough men. As a scholar, I'll get cut by the leaves and it'll be painful and itchy. It's also possible that before I'm even cut by the leaves, I'll be beaten into a dog by the warrioress. Hi. Su Qin, look, a daydreaming Dang Tuzi. What are you smiling for? Aren't these just normal corn leaves? What's wrong? I didn't expect corn stalks to grow so tall in the modern day. I wanted to relax and breathe some fresh air, while looking at the endless fields of wheat and corn. Who knew the corn stalks are as tall as humans? It's great. This feeling of open-mindedness is so good. By the way, the fields here will be harvested by machines, right? I don't know what it looks like, I want to see. Probably, technology is developing fast. In the past, a family would have to dig into the ground manually. I heard that there is a machine to harvest it now, but I haven't paid much attention to it. There will be plenty of opportunities to see one in the future. My dad moved to the city during his generation. Before that, my family were farmers for 18 generations. I don't know if this counts as forgetting my roots or not. Machines are really great inventions. Yeah. It's so comfortable sitting in the countryside and enjoying the breeze. By the way, normal girls would find the ground dirty, but you seem fine with it. Can't I just wash it if it gets dirty? The warrioress is really not picky. She doesn't randomly spend money and doesn't want anything. Playing games and going outside are her only hobbies. Although I'm tired, I still want to spend some more time here with her. I've thought about farming together and you helping me harvest wheat with a sickle. Are you willing? You don't even forget to bring me with you to farming, thank you warrioress. But technology is already so advanced, who would be stupid enough to use a sickle? Just hire someone to drive the machine and it'll be done in just a moment. I want to take you to sit in an air-conditioned room to eat watermelon, drink Coke, listen to music, and read books, are you willing? I'm very willing. Then are we farming or enjoying the AC? Enjoying the AC of course, I'm not stupid. There are necessary hardships you must face, but who would be stupid enough to face unnecessary hardships? Didn't you just say you wanted to farm together and wanted me to help you harvest wheat? I said I had thought about it before, but I didn't say I still wanted to do it now. Life has become easier, machines save time and effort, watering and other things are more convenient, and crops have become more productive. This era is great, so sometimes it feels unreal. Sometimes I also feel like it's unreal. Don't think too much, the more people think, the more tired they become. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly. Teacher Sue will always answer your questions. Ahem. Do you want to do anything else? You can do some exciting things in the cornfields. If you like, I can show you what exciting means. You misunderstood, since there's no one here and no cameras, you can show off your chingdong to me. Can you run as fast as a motorcycle? Forget it. It's good to be a normal person. You said that. Yeah. Let's go home. Don't you think it's silly to hold an umbrella in the summer? Then why are you under it? Humph, it's not like I'm the one holding it. Come here, let's enjoy it together. I'm going to take a shower. Hee hee, no wonder the warrioress likes to go out and play. Shower time. Help me throw these in the washing machine, warrioress. Just like that, you have conquered me, there's no turning back for me. My decision is careless. How did I become as perverted as Su Qing? Just, another sniff. A house, huh? The average price of the area we currently live in is more than 8,000 since it's a small apartment where the total price is low and the unit price is a bit high. If I were to buy a place, I wouldn't buy a place this old. It would be the slightly newer ones that have an average price of 6,000 for 100 square meters. A third of the down payment would be a little over 20,000. If there are suitable places, 80 square meters will also be fine and more convenient. If I'm short a few thousand, I can borrow from my dad and others, giving me a much wider range of options. I never thought about buying a place so soon, but my savings unknowingly increased, so I naturally have this thought. Even if she doesn't do anything but laundry, cooking, and playing games, the difference between having a girlfriend and not having one is huge. In terms of food, clothing, housing, and transportation, it is really difficult to save money when you are single. When you get married, you don't have so many bells and whistles, and you live a stable life, and you save money without even realizing it. Cooking at home for a month may not save you much compared to ordering takeout, but by extending the days, you can save a lot of unnecessary expenses in all aspects. If you had come 2 years earlier, we might have moved into a new place by now. If I came 2 years earlier, I might have stabbed you to death. What are you doing? You smell good after showering. I used to think that people in ancient times were smelly. In the past, there was no hot water to take a shower every day. It was normal to have a stinky smell. There wasn't stuff like body wash, so you could only wipe your body with a cloth. After we buy a home, do we have to move to a new place? We're already familiar with people around here, do we have to get to know the new neighbors? There's no need, we can get it done here first. We still need to save for another year anyway. Or we'll come back here when we're getting it done. It's not easy to get to know the neighbors around here. Auntie Hang and the others are a different story because I've lived here since I was a child, and this community is relatively old. It was not like this before. You'll know in the future that the relationship between neighbors in those high-rise buildings nowadays is very cold. You don't have to think about that, I'll take care of everything for you. Just play games and read good books, I'll take care of everything else. It will be a year soon. At the beginning, I thought about going back every day, but now I'm worried about going back suddenly. You can sit in my embrace while you play a match. You'll poke me. Su Qing sent an invitation. Does it smell good? Yes. Hee hee, I just touched my feet. I forgot that she's also a pervert. Wait, why did I say also? You're always in heat with me, is that affection? Ahem, cough cough. This is a normal reaction for a normal man towards someone he likes. Don't use such weird words. No more messing around, I'll quietly watch you play. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. The lower abdomen is not a sensitive area for most people. Of course, as long as you move a bit, it'll change. Just keeping it here can make people feel at ease and a little comfortable. You can continue playing. By the way, you can change the name of your character to something like Gingerplant of Kaiuan. Why expose that? Who would actually believe your in-game name? If I change mine to Alien Su Ching, does it mean I'm from another planet? This is called reverse psychology. No one will be able to guess that you are from the Kaiuan era and are killing them in Summoner's Rift. Alright. The warrioress is still too innocent. This would be called under the light but in the dark, right? Welp, let's continue thinking about making money to buy a place. Oh. The advertising sponsor decided to use the video of me wearing the homemade chainmail, holding a soft sword, and arrogantly performing moves. Need to find a suitable video to insert at the end, one that has a high number of views. Billy's favorites homemade armor master of martial arts, shit talker, fair and impartial, playing games with his girlfriend while editing some videos, cute, new, and old uploader. After half a year of doing this, I'm now somewhat famous. Now the comments on my videos are all this, I'll be infamous forever. What do you want to eat tonight? I don't feel like eating right now, you can make whatever you want. I'll go with small fried fish then. By the way, Ping Ping asked me why I changed my name, how should I reply? You saw a time travel drama and changed it. It's that simple. It's that simple. I wonder if fishing too frequently will make him think that I am not studying properly and am too idle. From now on, I'll take this book with me every time I go fishing, so that I won't neglect my studies. This is what you call life. In the past, it could only be called living. In that era where entertainment was extremely scarce, every day was spent thinking about food, clothing, and shelter. As soon as it gets dark, I go to my room. Occasionally, when I have free time, I lean against the wall. Or lie on the roof and laze in the sun. Nowadays, just reading a touching book or listening to a good song can make people feel the simplest form of happiness. Live life to the fullest, it's all very easy to achieve. The most important thing for the warrioress to learn is literature and language, but I have no idea how to teach her that. It's not like mathematics, which has a certain set of formulas and problems to teach at each stage. By insisting that she reads a wide variety of books, she can then exude an aura of smartness. A scholar who is crazy strong at martial arts as well, what a superb image. Su Qing's imagination of Jiang He when she reaches that stage. As the autumn wind blows, the sunset turns the clouds yellow. Do you know what's the greatest strength of people that study? They can write poems. They are able to express the most complicated of ideas in as few words as possible, which makes the conversation between smart people less energy consuming. Why is it so complicated when you're talking to me then? An uneducated ancient person, ah. Going back to the poem, in just those few words, one is able to describe the time, place, and view. If you were to describe the wilderness that we've seen outside, how would you do it?